I'm Doug Brown. Manny Machado of the Padres says the market has changed. That's why he plans to opt out of his 10-year contract with San Diego after the 2023 season, which will be his 5th year with the Pods. If he opts out, Machado will be walking away from $150 million to become a free agent. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports running back Aaron Jones will stay with the Packers after agreeing to restructure his deal to be more cap-friendly for 2023. His contract runs through the 2024 season. And as Aaron Rodgers ponders his future, ESPN's Jeff Darlington says quarterback movement won't be quite the same this year.
The timing on things is so different, with Derek Carr, for instance, already available to sign, with Lamar Jackson still, seemingly working to get a long-term deal done with the Ravens.
Jeff Darlington on KJ and Max. The Phillies signed lefty reliever Jose Alvarado to a 3-year contract extension. Richmond basketball coach Chris Mooney will have heart surgery and miss the rest of the season.
Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do. Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. It's a good thing, too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. Geico.com. Easy.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Muso. And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Opening day out at the box, just about to get underway for LSU and Western Michigan. Stinks. We're going head up against the game. But for all of you who are wanting to watch the game or listen, it's over on Eagle 98.1. You want to watch it, you can stream it. But we'll talk about it, kind of give you updates here throughout as we move throughout the afternoon. But certainly aren't going to be just completely giving you like a companion show or anything like that. But LSU opening up one of the most anticipated, if not the most anticipated seasons ever around LSU. Certainly the most anticipated that I can remember, I would say, since 2009. 08 was the Omaha year, 23 in a row. You returned so much from that Omaha team. You were opening the new box against Villanova. 2009, you were number one in the country. 09 was probably the last time that I can remember this much anticipation for an LSU baseball season. But they'll get it started today against Western Michigan. First pitch right now. Just very quickly, we'll run through the lineup for the game today. I'll give you some thoughts. I gave you what I thought the rotation was going to be. We hit that. Well, I had been told what it was going to be. So it was going to be Skenes, Cooper, and Shores. So Jay disclosed that yesterday. Also, a couple days ago, went through what I thought the starting 9 would be on opening day, and I missed one. And I think the reason I missed, the one we missed was second base, and that was the one that Muse and I talked about, that maybe they give the nod to Gavin Dugas as a veteran guy. Well, with Western Michigan starting a righty, I think they wanted to get Napolt in there, who's a lefty, and the way you see that Jay set up the batting order, it might make a little bit of sense. So here's what they're going to do, and the others we talked about. Kling is going to start in right field, and Joe Bear is going to start in left. They'll hit 1-2. So you'll see a true freshman there leading off for LSU, and Braden Joe Bear batting second in left field. Dylan Cruz will bat third, and Tommy White will bat cleanup. So Cruz in center, White at third. Trey Morgan will bat fifth and play first base. Bear Jones will DH and follow up Trey Morgan. Brady Neal's going to catch, as we told you would. Alex Milazzo is probably a guy who's going to be the defensive replacement late in games when LSU has a lead. I expect Milazzo will start this weekend, maybe even tomorrow, but that's likely how they line it up, with Neal starting and then Milazzo being a defensive replacement. Bottom third of your lineup, Jordan Thompson will bat, so it'll be Neal, Thompson, Napolt, 7, 8, 9. So Neal 7th, Thompson playing short, batting 8th, and then Ben Napolt, the VCU transfer, batting 9th and playing second base. So Napolt being in there gives you the lefty-righty matchup. And if you look at the lineup, the way that they set it up, you alternate lefty-righty all the way through the lineup, except you go back-to-back righties with Cruz and White. But I really don't think it matters. Maybe, look, you could look, we'll see how it all plays out today, but you could look at this and you could say, man, you really want your table setters getting on base before you get to Cruz and White. The flip side of it is you say, all right, well, I'll put Joe Bear there in the 2-hole, because ultimately, who are you going to choose to pitch to, Joe Bear or Cruz? Well, most guys are going to choose to pitch to Joe Bear. You give him something to hit, he could change the scoreboard in a hurry. So the other thing as well is, obviously, if you look at Kling from the right side, Napolt from the left side, even when you turn the lineup over, you go lefty-righty. So I think that's probably what Jay was thinking as he put all this together, and off they go. You'll see how these guys produce. I think you're going to see a lot of variation in this lineup. I think you're going to see a lot of guys get playing time. The most obvious thing that's going to jump out at you is you don't see names like Dugas, Beloso, some veteran guys who have been around this program and are probably going to have a tough time finding at-bats and finding innings in the field. So this has kind of been a talking point for now. Now you're seeing it manifest a little bit, but how do these guys who are veteran players, how do they handle taking on a lesser role? And I think that's going to be something Jay's going to have to manage here throughout the course of the season. Guys who are experienced veteran players who played a lot of meaningful ball for this team taking on a lesser role. So starting it right now with LSU and Western Michigan out at Alex Box Stadium. We'll keep you up to date and updated throughout the show today. So I'm excited, man. Beautiful day, sunshiny day. Everybody wanted a night game and to have the box packed out. Wasn't in the cards as they moved the game up to 3 o'clock, and we'll still get a look at Paul Skenes here to start the season, and then see how this LSU offense does in a super anticipated year. All right, it is after further review. I'll give you my season and SEC record prediction here in just a quick second. Let me remind you about South Point Volkswagen, airline just north of Highland, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. That's southpointvw.com. 9 different IIHS top safety picks. It's the highest safety designation that you can get. And Volkswagen has 9 different models that have received that designation. When you drive a Volkswagen, you're driving one of the safest vehicles on the road. It's Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer, South Point Volkswagen. Shop them online, work out your financing online. Go see the friendly staff and test drive one today at South Point Volkswagen. And if they don't have what you're looking for, they can order it for you. It's South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland or southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? All right, I think what I've landed on for LSU as far as the SEC record in baseball this year is 22-8. I could be underselling them. I might be underselling them, quite honestly. But I think you're going to see some pretty premier arms on Friday nights in the SEC this year. I think LSU in games 2 and 3 will have a decided advantage basically every weekend. But if they exceed that, and they're very capable of exceeding that, it would be it would be impressive. But I think 22-8 is what I've landed on. That'll be my official prediction that I'll go with in conference play for this team. I could take a stab at their overall record in the non-conference, but quite honestly, y'all, I don't care. Y'all know how I feel about it. Like, all the midweek games and however they play it out, I don't know, and I just don't care. I mean, could LSU lose a midweek? Will that? Probably somewhere along the way, and I won't care when they do. Really what I want to see is this team put themselves in position to make sure the road to Omaha runs through Alex Box Stadium, And if that's the case, then you'll get for the first time in his career, Dylan Crews having postseason experience at Alec. But think about that. What a crime that would be if Dylan Cruz's LSU baseball career ends and that guy never gets an opportunity to play a postseason game at Alec Box Stadium. So that's primarily what I want. Take care of your business in the SEC. Solidify yourself as a top 8 national seed. Make sure the road to Omaha runs through Alec Box Stadium. Get there and see if you can play well over a couple of weeks in Omaha in June and take home the program's 7th national title. So 22-8 is where I'll go officially on the record predicting for LSU this year. And we'll start to see how it all plays out. LSU and Western Michigan this weekend out at the box. All right, it's after further review. You know, you can always email the show, Matt at 1045ESPN.com. You can tweet us at Matt Moscona. You can jump in the Bayou Ford YouTube chat on the Watch 1045 ESPN YouTube channel, or you can text the show in the 225 at 396-4400, 396-4400, 396-4400. Lots of ways you can get involved in the show. When we come back, I will let you know how the first inning's going out there at the box, and also Derek Carr has another visit scheduled, this time to an AFC team. We'll knock that around next here on AFR.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001. Always love sharing great 5-star Google reviews. This one from Jean Bergeron, who said, I'm very pleased with River City's 1 Hour Air. They came within an hour of my call to them. The service person was very informative, kept us up to date on all he was doing and what needed to be done. Another 5-star Google review for River City's 1 Hour Air. Hey, we are looking at temperatures here in the next week that are going to be touching 80 degrees and in the 80s. It is time to start thinking about your preseason AC tune-up. And for the rest of February, River City's 1 Hour Air is giving you $50 off your preseason AC tune-up. Again, it's not too soon to start thinking about it. And all this month, $50 off your preseason AC tune-up at River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off MSRP on select new 2022 Ford F-150 trucks. $10,000 off plus 0% financing. And all new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Hey, it's Matt Musso. Join me Monday through Friday for your daily update on LSU baseball with Musso at the Box, presented by New Orleans Flooring. Wherever you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, Google, and check out New Orleans Flooring. 2 locations, Metairie and Prairieville, or NOLAFlooring.com.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, everybody's asking. Yes, Muse is here. How are you over there, Muse? You okay? Missing season opener?
I've seen not one pitch of this season. I'm not good, actually. Not good, because ESPN, our great affiliate, it ain't working.
Hey. You'll be happy to know Skenes had a clean first, and let's see actually, and Kling was hit by a pitch to open the season here.
So they're
for the
picking
Tigers.
Up where they left off with that last year.
Got it.
125 hit by pitches. Okay, good to know.
Let's see. Skenes in the first inning walked a guy, struck out a guy. So no runs, and Kling opened up here with a hit by pitch, and so Braden Jobert is at the plate from the left side with a runner on. We'll keep you posted. Muse, I said 22-8. Did you give a pick on Musso at the box?
Not a set pick. I did for the regular season, but I said in between 21 and 23 SEC wins.
So that would be 22.
Well, in a range from 21 to 23. Not
that's
necessarily
cheating. You don't get to say it. You gotta look.
I did it for the regular season. You didn't. I said 44 and 12.
Put them out there. Fine. I'll go. Well, what would that be? So if I said 22-8. I'll go 40. What did you say?
44 and 12.
All right. I'll go 45 and 11.
Okay.
All right, I'm going 45 and 11.
I like that.
And 22 and 8.
I like that. I could easily see them do the 22 and 8 thing for sure. If they get through their first.
I just am not happy with you saying anywhere between 21 and 23.
Well, I did it because I think they're on par with 17 and 13 teams, and 17 team 121, 13 team 123. So I think they're in that range with that.
So make a pick.
Group. 21. I think you're 21 and 9.
Okay, thank you. That wasn't so hard.
It was pretty difficult.
Right. Muse is on the record at 21 and 9. Jobert struck out. Are you surprised that Jobert is batting second?
Absolutely.
I get that. Because what Jay is thinking there with Braden is it's got to be, all right, Cruz is coming up. You want Jobert to get pitches to hit because teams are going to challenge Jobert more than they would Cruz, which I do understand that logic. But if you want ducks on the pond for when Cruz and White come up, I don't want the guy that has a ton of swing and miss batting ahead of Cruz, and that's Braden Jobert. So a little surprise there.
Got the game up finally.
All right, that a boy, Muse. So we're going to lose Muse now for the rest of the day, I would assume.
Not the rest of the day. I'm still here.
Well, no, I know you're physically here, but more so you're going to be mentally kind of like you are after 420, just kind of floating around.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Boy,
maybe. I don't know. I got to get this remote break in real fast, so I actually have to concentrate on that.
Okay. Do what you got to do then, Muse. You go ahead. Go watch the game, get that remote break in, and we'll check in with you after 420. I do. Hey, look, Muse, you have to tell. I did try to get you out of here today. I did try to.
No, you did. It was actually your idea to start with. So everybody know that it was your idea, and I could have done it. I just I wasn't comfortable. So
that's okay. Hashtag respect. So, get out. Yeah. All right, Dylan Cruz with the first hit of the season. So,
you're behind me.
You know what's that?
I said you're behind me.
You know what's interesting about that though? Did you see the hit? So the left fielder.
Oh yeah, I'm a full batter ahead of you.
He started back,
mm-hmm.
and it's like, that's what happens when you haven't been outside, right? The whole
time,
the whole first time they're outside.
Probably pretty snowy in Kalamazoo.
All right. So LSU's got 2 on with Tommy White. Oh, wait. I just refreshed. Tommy White's on base. What did he do?
He singled home Paxton Clean
Through
straight
center.
Yeah.
I just hit refresh, so it caught up.
Yeah,
Caught up. Right. So Tommy White in his first AB gets a single. So Kling scores. It's first and third. 1 out. Tigers already with a run on the board, and Trey Morgan at the plate with runners at the corners. All right. It's after further review. Glad to have you hanging out with us here again. So we're kind of it's kind of one of those days, right? I mean, LSU baseball season opener is going on right now. We're kind of keeping one eye on that and obviously doing the show as well. We are all, for as long as the NFL league year and this free agency period goes, we are going to be keeping an eye on Derek Carr. It's very clear the Saints have their long eye on him and what other teams covet him as well. Is Derek Carr the most sought-after free agent quarterback? Will Jimmy Garoppolo get into those sweepstakes? What is Aaron Rodgers going to do? All of those questions will need to be answered to determine who's going to be the signal caller for the Saints next year and maybe for the next several years. So anything that happens with Derek Carr is going to be newsworthy around here. And Mike Garafolo on the NFL Network earlier today did share a little bit of news that Derek Carr has another visit planned, this one with an AFC team.
Derek Carr set to visit the Jets this weekend. Both teams covering all their bases here as they go through the process. Derek Carr has a chance to speak to, as he put it, all his friends, right? Now that he's free, he can speak to all 31 teams. That's what he wanted from the Raiders. He wasn't granted it, so now he has got that process going on, and it begins with a visit to the Jets. Now, it really began before he was released with a visit to the Saints, who are still in play here, but Carr having the luxury of being able to take his time because all the other free agents can't sign until the start of the league year next month. So Carr meeting with the Jets, who now have on their offensive staff his former offensive coordinator with the Raiders, Todd Downing. So there's the connection right there. And Downing obviously thinks highly of Carr. Now the Jets think highly of a number of free agent options. I know we've talked plenty about Aaron Rodgers, but Carr had a good visit with New Orleans. Again, they remain in play. Let's see how this visit with the Jets goes this weekend.
So remember, we did give the DraftKings put out odds on Derek Carr. The Saints are the odds-on favorite to land Derek Carr, followed by the Jets and then the Bucs and Panthers. So it's likely you're going to see Carr make a couple other visits here within the division as well. One more from Garafolo, though, on the other teams that are interested.
Quite possible there could be others in the mix, but I still think that the Saints are really a strong player for him. Now, Carolina, we've talked about, perhaps the Panthers going to have some interest as well, but the Panthers look into a number of options to fill their quarterback position, which could also include the draft as well. My understanding, Patrick, was Derek Carr was going to take about a week and up to 2 weeks from the start of being a free agent, which was earlier this week. So I don't know that we're going to get a signing out of this visit right here. This is a process that he is in the middle of right now. So, yeah, I believe he'll leave, evaluate his options. I don't know of any other visits scheduled. That doesn't mean that there aren't right now, but we shall see. I'm not expecting anything imminent as far as a signing.
All right, so the latest there on Derek Carr. So we're watching LSU baseball, and that LSU's up 2-0. Trey Morgan sack fly to left. Dylan Cruz scored. So there's a man on first with 2 outs. That man was Tommy White, who singled in his first at-bat RBI single. And Tommy White is no longer in the game. He has been replaced by Jack Merrifield. White diving back into first on a pickoff play, apparently injured something. I don't know if it was his hand. I don't want to speculate, but it was something. His right arm went back into the base. Trainers came out, and he was sort of exited. He was escorted back to the dugout and into the training room while the trainer was holding his right arm. So I don't want to speculate as to what it could be, but when a player leaves as abruptly as he did, something wasn't right. So we'll see if we can get you an update, but that's a very ominous start for LSU. They're up 2-0 here in the bottom of the first, but Tommy White is out of the ball game, and he's been replaced by Jack Merrifield, who's pinch running, and Jared Jones in his first career at bat is going to fly out to center to end the first inning. So LSU takes a 2-0 lead into the second, but the story here is obviously Tommy White and what exactly is going to be the prognosis there on that injury. So it's after further review. We're glad to have you aboard with us here. Not great circumstances there. Let me knock out a quick break, y'all. We'll come back. We'll go around the SEC. Also, Nussmeier is on the move. We'll talk about it next. We'll tell you where he's going. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Pluckers, Nicholson, Bluebonnet. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. 28 flavors of award-winning jumbo chicken wings, ice-cold draft beer, full-service bars, sports on TV. It's at Pluckers. Sports on TV right now means LSU Baseball. Live right now against Western Michigan. If you're knocking off of work, playing a little hooky, need to get somewhere to watch, get by Pluckers. Maybe you're listening to AFR or watching on your phone while you're at the box. When the game ends, just jet on over to Pluckers just south of Alec Box Stadium. Remember, make Pluckers your home all season long for LSU baseball during, before, or after the games. It's at Pluckers. Nicholson, Bluebonnet, dine and carry out or delivery. Great spot to watch the game. If you want to order out, grab your wings to go. If you're heading to the box, you can always do it from Pluckers. Great spot to get by this weekend as well. The XFL action cranks up. You got NBA All-Star Weekend. You want to make a weekend of it. Plop in front of the TVs at Pluckers. Enjoy an ice-cold draft beer and award-winning wings. It's at Pluckers. If you don't like our wings, we'll give you the bird.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman. With Timothy Wayne. Plus 2-time PBR World Champion Chris Shivers. And Brinson James, the Entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th. Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. The #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
So Nussmeier is on the move. Was that a terrible tease?
No, I mean, I don't think it was a terrible tease. I don't know.
Am I wrong for what I did?
No, because I don't really think you got anybody with it.
I bet you I did.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See,
you're also not wrong. He is on the move.
I know, but we're talking about Doug Nussmeier, not Garrett. What you have to understand is that there's the vast majority of people listening aren't locked into the news cycle every single day. So if you just mentioned Nussmeier on the move, people might go, what? Doug Nussmeier is on the move. Yeah, Jeremy Fowler of ESPN reporting that the Chargers are hiring Doug Nussmeier as their quarterback's coach. Held the same job in Dallas the last 3 seasons, working under Kellen Moore, who, of course, is out in Dallas. He's now the Chargers' offensive coordinator. So now Doug Nussmeier rejoining there with Kellen Moore in L.A. with the Chargers. So we know Nussmeier's background, right? Florida, Michigan, Alabama, at the collegiate level, also worked as the Rams quarterback coach in 2006. And, I mean, it is a reminder, though, about why Garrett and his background, that a lot of the reasons that we kind of like Garrett when he signed. It's, the same thing with Walker Howard. And you're starting to see this sort of as a little bit of a, I guess it's fair to say that it's a trend where you're talking about guys who are the son of a coach and or former players who have that sort of quarterback lineage. And are rolling through LSU now. So I like a lot of that for a lot of those reasons. So, but Doug Nussmeier on the move from Dallas now, heading out to LA to be the new quarterback's coach of the Chargers. If you're just joining us, LSU is up on Western Michigan, 2-0 there. They're in the top of the second inning. Paul Skenes struck out a guy in the first, so faced 4. There's his second strikeout of the day, a strikeout to lead off the second on a hook. So. And LSU did get 2 runs in the bottom of the first. So LSU's up 2-0, but the story is that Tommy White, who singled, RBI single in his first LSU at bat, diving back into first base on a pickoff play, injured his right hand or something on his right arm, and very quickly left the field. So I don't know if it's a finger, if it's the hand, if it's an elbow, shoulder, what I do not know. Just that he very quickly left the field. If we can get an update, we'll. If we get an update on Tommy White, or when we get an update on Tommy White, we'll certainly pass it along to you as soon as we have it. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com, Michelli.com. 29 offices across 11 different states. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Always encourage you to get to the website over at Michelli.com. That's Michelli.com. You can learn more about all the different services that they offer. If it's precision measurement device labs, they've got those in 29 of them across 11 different states. They have mobile measurement labs as well, so they can come to you if that's more convenient for you. Or they can always pick up your devices, calibrate them, and then bring them back to you, or you can ship them to it. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Online at Michelli.com, Michelli.com, and check the careers tab as well. They're hiring, and they have a great veterans program as well. If you're a military veteran, they have a great program that they work with the Department of Defense to help veterans in their next phase of life after their military career, and just another way that Michelli continues to give back. It's Michelli Weighing and Measurement, Michelli.com, Michelli.com. All right, we do it every day about this time. Let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products, excellence in imaging solutions. The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Alabama starting center Charles Bediako did not practice Thursday and Friday ahead of the Tide's Saturday evening game against Georgia. Bediako suffered a minor injury against Auburn last weekend. He was questionable against Tennessee, did play, but only 17 minutes. He was not anywhere close to effective and then was pulled from the game. Alabama's next 3 games are against 3 of the 6 bottom teams in the SEC. Georgia comes into Coleman Coliseum with a 6-7 conference record before the Tide travels next week to South Carolina, and then they are at home against Arkansas.
The South Carolina Gamecocks.
On the football field, assistant Pete Lembo has a new analyst for his 3rd season in South Carolina. It's Tyler Zelensky. He's taken the spot previously occupied by Stanton Weber, who was recently named the special teams coordinator over at Toledo. Zelensky worked with Lembo at Memphis in 2020. This past season, Zelensky was a special teams analyst at Texas State. Prior to that, he was at South Alabama. Zelensky kicked at Mercer from 2012 to 2016, but now he's joined Shane Beamer's staff. Okay, on the hardwood this weekend, we know LSU basketball is going to host South Carolina tomorrow at noon Central. Opportunity for the Tigers to get off the schneid and break this long losing streak. 10th-ranked Tennessee, fresh off their win over number 1 Alabama, they head to Rupp Arena to take on Tennessee. That also is a noon tip-off on CBS. At 1 o'clock Central, Arkansas will host Florida at Bud Walton Arena. Remember the story there, Florida without Colin Castleton. His Florida career is over after suffering the broken hand this week. Mississippi State is at Ole Miss, the hardwood version of the Egg Bowl. That's a 2:30 Central tip. Texas A&M 11-2 in the league. They head up to Como to take on Missouri. The Missouri Tigers are at 7-6 in conference play. And then also in the night window, 5 o'clock Central, Georgia is at top-ranked Alabama. And your nightcap, 7:30 p.m. Central, Vanderbilt at Memorial Gym hosting Auburn. Meanwhile, on the diamond this weekend, as SEC baseball gets underway, you've already got a handful of games in progress. Georgia is hosting Jacksonville State. Currently, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks leading Georgia 5-3 in the top of the fifth. Alabama at home against Richmond. They're bottom 2 there with Richmond up 1-0. Mississippi State is hosting VMI. No score as they're just underway. LSU up 2-0 on Western Michigan, as we mentioned. Kentucky is taking on Elon in Elon, North Carolina. Kentucky on the road in that series. No score, bottom 2. South Carolina trailing UMass Lowell in the second inning, 1-0. Vandy and TCU are tied, that game being played in the College Baseball Showdown in Arlington, Texas. Still to come later, defending national champ Ole Miss hosts Delaware this weekend. Auburn at home against Indiana. Florida hosts Charleston Southern. Texas A&M, year 2 under Jim Schlossnagle. They host Seattle U. Tennessee will take on Arizona in Scottsdale, the MLB Desert Invitational. That game tonight at 7 o'clock Central. I believe that's MLB Network. I could be wrong. Do you know that is MLB Network? Thank you. Arkansas takes on Texas, also in the College Baseball Showdown, and one final so far from that College Baseball Showdown. 9th-ranked Oklahoma State beat Missouri earlier today, 5-3. All right, there you have it. That is Around the SEC, presented by Gulf Coast Office Products. Shout out to our guy Trey Beal and our friends at Gulf Coast Office Products, online at gcopnet.com. gcopnet.com for Gulf Coast Office Products. Face-to-face sales, service after the sale. That's what you get at Gulf Coast Office Products. They are simply the best. And remember, interactive whiteboards are a great option for those working remotely or trying to communicate with clients remotely, no matter the size of your business. If you're a 3-person operation or 300-person operation, Gulf Coast Office Products has an interactive whiteboard solution for you that could be perfect. Check it out, gcopnet.com. gcopnet.com for Gulf Coast Office Products. All right, it is after further review. Tigers have added another run. Ben DePaul with an RBI ground out, scoring Neal here in the bottom of the second. So Tigers, we're keeping an eye on it. Tigers leading 3-0 right now with a runner on third. Unless if you're ahead of me, 3-0 runner on third.
3-0 with a runner and no runners on.
Okay, so that was the run that scored. Okay,
yes,
forgive me.
Yes.
So now they've updated the graphic there. All right, so the order turns over again here. 2 outs, bottom 2 for the Tigers, leading 3-0 with Paxton Kling up for his second at bat. He was hit by a pitch to open the game. Paul Skenes so far, just the one walk in the first inning for Paul Skenes. He did strike out a batter in the first, and he struck out. He struck out the side. He struck out the side in the second. So Paul Skenes through 2 innings pitched, no hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's faced 1 over the minimum. That was the 1 walk. So Paul Skenes cruising along here in his first start for LSU, and the offense backing him up early as Kling flies out to center. So they'll head to the third with LSU leading Western Michigan 3-0. We're still waiting on an update to see if we can get any type of update on Tommy White. If you missed it earlier, we let you know that Tommy White singled at his first at-bat, diving back into first base on a pickoff, injured something in his right-hand arm, was very quickly ushered into the dugout and then the clubhouse. So we'll let you know when we get an update on Tommy White's situation. All right, y'all, it is after further review. We used to have Tigers and the Pros coming up here right after we grab a break. But LSU basketball does have an opportunity tomorrow, I think, to break this long losing streak. South Carolina, I get it that it's challenging to sit here and try to break down any LSU basketball game at this point. But South Carolina has 2 conference wins. They did beat Kentucky at Rupp. And their other win is against Ole Miss. And Ole Miss, South Carolina, and LSU are the 3 worst teams in this conference. So you have opportunities to win at the bottom of the league. The win that South Carolina got at Rupp, they went off from 3 that day. But make no mistake, South Carolina is a terrible basketball team. And this is a game that LSU very much has an opportunity to win. I'm looking right now at the ESPN Pick Center. They've got LSU winning this game 70-61. So for as offensively challenged as LSU has been this year, LSU's averaging 66 a game. South Carolina's averaging 64. LSU defensively is allowing 68 a game. South Carolina is allowing 72. They are one of the poorest shooting teams in the country. And again, understanding LSU has had these issues, South Carolina is worse. So this is a game at home that you should win, and you should have an opportunity to break this losing streak, which has been it's been brutal. You know, we looked at LSU, and it was those 2 games, right? Whenever they played Florida and when they played Texas A&M, we said, look, you got to get one or both of those, because if you don't, it's going to be a long time before you have an opportunity to win again. And this is the date we circled, was February the 18th against South Carolina at home. And then after that, you're going to go, you have a home game against Vanderbilt, which Vanderbilt right now is almost like the tallest short kid. Like, Vanderbilt's not good, but they've managed to keep their head above water in conference play at 7-6. So they're outpacing Georgia and Mississippi State and Ole Miss and South Carolina and LSU and all. I mean, LSU's dead last in the conference. But you do have an opportunity to beat Vanderbilt. And then you obviously can beat Ole Miss, who's terrible as well. So these next 3 are your opportunity. You almost got one in Athens. You came up just short against Georgia. You needed one stop. I mean, KJ Williams got the runner in the lane to put you up with about 11 seconds to go, and you gave up a coast-to-coast layup, and unfortunately couldn't get the stop you needed to break that losing streak. But you'll have a much better opportunity tomorrow. It's not going to be a great crowd. I think we all understand that. It's going to be a beautiful day, a noon tip-off. You got LSU baseball tomorrow afternoon as well. I think more people are going to make their way to the box than will be at the Maravich Center to watch LSU in South Carolina. But even with a lessened crowd, Mardi Gras this weekend, I would imagine a lot of students are either going to be at Spanish Town or be down in New Orleans for the Mardi Gras festivities. So you're likely not going to have a great home court advantage, but you're still at home, and this is one you got to go get. I haven't said that often with this basketball team. The last time I said it was probably when they hosted Florida. So, man, you got to go get, after they lost to A&M, so, man, you got to go get that game against Florida, because if you don't, it's going to be a long time till you win again. Well, this is one you got to go get, because if you can't get this one, I don't know that you can beat Vanderbilt or Ole Miss on the road if you can't get this one at home against South Carolina. So go get this one tomorrow. Let's see if LSU can snap that losing streak. And mostly, and I tweeted this after the Georgia game, and I'll say it again right here, this is a lost season. We all understand it. But all of these guys on this team are still going to practice. They're still playing games. They're getting on the plane and traveling. They're getting out there. They're still going to class. And it sucks. It sucks to sit there and go through a season and never be rewarded with a win, to go through a losing streak like this. You and I, we can just disengage. We can turn off the TV. We can turn off the radio. We don't have to listen or watch. We can stop following the team, reading about it. Those guys have to live this every day. And that sucks. And I would love to see those guys get rewarded, be able to taste a victory again, having been this long losing streak that they've dealt with since December the 27th. I mean, that game against Arkansas at the Maravich Center when they opened conference play and beat then 9th-ranked Arkansas 60-57, it's the last time LSU won a game. It's been since the end of December, y'all. I mean, it's been since Christmas since they won a game. So it would be great. It'd be great to see him break that streak and maybe try to string some together here to finish this season. So LSU basketball tomorrow, noon tip-off at the Maravich Center against South Carolina. All right, it's after further review. We'll knock out our final break here of hour number 1. Muso will have Tigers and the Pros to wrap up hour number 1, and then Theriot's in studio for the Riot Radio hours. LSU against Western Michigan. They're heading to the third inning, or they're in the third right now. Western Michigan has a runner on second with one out. We'll see if Skenes can tap dance around trouble here. Tigers leading at 3-0. Stay here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by New Orleans Flooring. Hey, y'all, this weekend, get on by New Orleans Flooring. Maybe you've been thinking about changing the flooring in your house. Maybe you're just a little leery about spending the money. You're not sure what to buy. New Orleans Flooring has the options. So 2 locations, Metairie and Prairieville. Metairie, hence the New Orleans Flooring. Well, they got the Prairieville location as well. So Airline Highway in Prairieville, if you're going south on Airline, you pass the Walmart on Airline in Prairieville, it's on the right. It's on the right just past the Walmart. Same side of the street of the Walmart. Going south, just past the Walmart on the right. You can't miss it. It's New Orleans Flooring. Go see Terrell. Go see Big Sean Richardson. Tell him you heard Matt talking about it. They'll take great care of you. The great thing about New Orleans Flooring, there's so many great things. They've got expert installers, and they got a friendly staff, but they keep over 1 million square foot of product in stock. And what that means for you is they cut out the middleman, so they give you insane savings. Go find out for yourself today or any point this weekend at New Orleans Flooring. You buy today, they can install tomorrow. NOLAflooring.com.
I'm Chris Nakamoto, and here's what I'm working on for my stories on WBRZ Channel 2 tonight. A nursing home cited by the state after a resident wandered outside and died of hypothermia has a checkered history with the state. The WBRZ investigative unit uncovering the facility has been cited 21 times and fined thousands of dollars over the past few years. In one egregious case, a nurse kicked a resident who ate a pudding off a hallway medicine cart. The state forcing the facility to come up with a corrective action plan. I'm Chris Nakamoto from WBRZ. Watch more tonight on WBRZ Channel 2.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Bayou Ford has $10,000 off MSRP on select new 2022 Ford F-150 trucks. $10,000 off plus 0% financing. And all new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
So after giving up a leadoff double, Paul Skenes trying to get out of trouble here in the third. 2 on, 2 out, and just had a visit from pitching coach Wes Johnson, who sprinted out to the mound and got Muse. I know you don't like this, but I love it. Wes Johnson, that was the fastest mound visit I have ever seen in my life. They had the 30-second clock. If you don't know, there's a new clock in baseball. It's 30 seconds for a mound visit from the time the coach leaves the dugout. You got 30 seconds. So Johnson had to get out there, make his point, and get back in the dugout. The clock was at 6 seconds when he was off the field. 24-second games. I'm perfect with that. Yes. Give me the clock. I don't need, you know what I don't need? I don't need the sloppy old pitching coach with his belly lopping over his belt, taking a minute and a half to walk out to the mound.
I get you on that.
And then you have to have Blue come out there and circle the bump to say, all right, guys, it's time to wrap this up. And then old boy with his belly lopping over the belt has the same minute and a half walk off the field. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested. You know what? Wes Johnson sprinted out there, made his point, got off the field. Love it. Give me more clocks. Give me more clocks in baseball.
Stop it.
Give me more clocks.
Baseball's not
Give me
played
the
with
batter clock.
Stop.
Give me the batter clock, the pitch clock, the pitch change clock. Give me all the clocks. I want clocks.
Clocks in baseball are stupid.
You're stupid.
I think if you want to have it, at least wait until he crosses into foul territory. I mean, come on. I mean, into fair territory. The guy's he's going to spend 5 seconds jogging out there. Even if, I mean, you're going to be in a big SEC game, and that clock's going to expire. And you know what's going to happen, Matt? They're not going to enforce it. They're not going to enforce it.
I'm good with that.
But that's why it's dumb, because it's stupid. You're not going to,
it's going
the same
to
thing
make
with the pitch clock.
everybody. It's going to increase tempo, and it matters. That's the foolish part with baseball. I agree with you on you can't put a clock on baseball, but there's so many minute delays over the course of the game that cumulatively make it last longer. There's a crazy stat, like 40 years ago, whatever, the average time of a baseball game was like 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's not that like pitching was so much better then, or it's such an offensive game now, so they're delayed. It's because after every damn pitch, dude steps out of the box, undoes both gloves, grabs his cup, spits. It's like when you do that after every pitch and you have 200 pitches in a game, yes, it's cumulative, going to make the game last longer. So speed those things up. Get the ball thrown.
I would love to see the final data. And
Pace,
if it slowed it down enough to really, if it sped it up enough to really matter, I'd love to see the final data on it.
Give me pace. It doesn't even need to. It doesn't need to change the game from a 3-hour game to a 2-hour and 18-minute game. It's just about pace of the game. That's why you can sit there and watch a 4-hour football game because it's go. There's pace to it. That's why people get frustrated with
review or something
with
like
review.
that.
Yes, thank you. With review, because it's like, why are you stopping the game? And it might be 3 minutes, but it's like, why are we stopping the game for 3 minutes? Let's go.
It's the other thing with baseball. They're trying to speed it up, and then they add review.
I'm good with that.
No, I am too.
I'm good with getting it right.
I think it's just funny.
But I'm good with robos, right? Give me the robots.
Sure.
I'm talking about it. Just whistle down to somebody. Just put a headpiece in, an earpiece in, and make it happen. All right, it's after further review. Musso, Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now. Presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, where Baton Rouge gets engaged.
All right, so the NBA is heading to the All-Star break. They did have 3 games last night before they did so. Naz Reid, 13 minutes off the bench for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Racked up 6 points and 5 boards in the game. T-Wolves took the loss. Naz made his hay really at the free throw line. 2 shots there and only 2 more for the game. 2 assists rounded out his night. Speaking of the All-Star game, this is pretty cool. Or All-Star weekend, I should say. This is pretty cool. Tari Eason is on his way to the Rising Stars game.
Oh, sweet.
He's replacing an injured Jalen Duran. So he will play for Team Yoakum this weekend, and it's been a pretty solid season. 58 games for Tari Eason. Averaging 20 minutes or so, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and he's second on the team in steals per game for the Rockets at 1.1. So best of luck to Tari. That game is tonight, 9 Eastern. You can watch it on TNT and keep an eye out for Tari Eason.
That's cool.
That
Jose
is pretty
Alvarado's
cool,
in that game as well.
And Trey Murphy as well.
Nice.
Yeah, Pelly's have 2.
Murphy's in the dunk contest too, right?
Yep. Dunk contest and the Rising Stars game.
Cool.
So
lot of reasons to tune in.
Yeah, good Louisiana flavor there. Over on the West Coast at Riviera, the Genesis Open, Sam Burns will not be around for the weekend. His day and tournament are now finished. 1 over par today, dropped him just a 5 over for the weekend, so he's finished tied for 110th. Ben Taylor on on the course right now fighting to make the cut. He is 1 over par for the day, 1 under for the tournament. The current cut line stands at even par.
Dylan Cruz is 2 for 2.
That's Tigers in the Pros. Of course he is.
All right, Tigers in the Pros presented by Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. LMFJ.com, LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Corporate in Bocage and in the Mall of Louisiana. Gentlemen, if you screwed it up on Valentine's Day, make good with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, where, no matter your budget, they're always going to give you the Lee Michaels experience. You know, like, just bring a piece of jewelry in there that you own, a watch, a ring. They'll clean it for free. They'll clean it, polish it. It's incredible. Great service. That's what they do at Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Tigers leading Western Michigan 3-0 here. Bottom of the third, Dylan Cruz with a leadoff single. So 1 on again. No Tommy White. That's sort of the story here. Was injured diving back into first base. So we'll see if we get an update. When we get an update, we'll pass it along. All right, it's After Further Review presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. The Riot Radio Hour is coming up right after SportsCenter.
AFR.
Brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. I had a Shaw Bills experience today. Driving Drew to school, hit a bump, heard a loud pop, and by the time I got to Drew's school, flat tire. So pulled into a gas station, put some air in that thing, got over to Shaw Bills. That was the nearest one was on Airline near Jefferson, and they treated me great. Had someone come pick me up, but there were people there waiting at Shaw Bills for their vehicles because it's really comfortable. Comfortable couches and chairs and tall top tables and a coffee station and free Wi-Fi, so you can get work done at Shaw Bills, but they can get you in and out. Brought the car there. I got it there probably around 9:30 or so. It was done before noon. So Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. Get it to any of the 18 Shaw Bills locations. Find the location nearest you at ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills, we keep you rolling.
Toyota in Opelousas is spreading the love this month with amazing deals. Get 3.99% financing on new 23 Highlanders, and as always, you'll never pay over MSRP. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corvell Toyota in Opelousas, Happy Town, USA.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman. With Timothy Wayne. Plus two-time PBR World Champion Chris Shivers. And Brinson James, the entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th. Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. The #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 10.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. Padres third baseman Manny Machado plans to opt out of his contract with the team after the 2023 season. Machado signed a 10-year, $300 million deal with the team in 2019. That deal has an opt-out after 5 seasons. Free agent quarterback Derek Carr plans to meet with the New York Jets. Carr was cut by the Raiders Tuesday after he refused to waive his no-trade clause. ESPN's Jeff Darlington.
Right now, we're kind of in a standstill a little bit. March 13th is the day that free agency sort of begins. Teams can start talking. March 15th is the day that you can start to trade players. We've got some time for teams to figure it out, and however these dominoes fall, no doubt it will be absolutely fascinating.
Jeff Darlington on Get Up. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports Bears linebackers coach Dave Borgonzi will interview tomorrow for the Cardinals' defensive coordinator job. After finishing his first...
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right.
It's that Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, gonna fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You picture better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot.
How's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good. I'm full of good ideas.
On ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wave pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Around start. He heads for home. Here's the throw. He is safe. Tigers win. Tigers win. He on third and it's about to finish cleats. Let's go.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Danwa Cigar Bar and Map. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You so. We're here. Glad you are as well. Make it a good one. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's pretty aggressive what you got going on right now.
Not aggressive.
Short sleeves when it's 30 degrees outside?
Yeah, well, I had the jacket.
Oh, you had a jacket?
I have the jacket. Yeah,
oh, really? Can we maybe see?
It's a little cashmere, like a little camel hair.
Can we see? No. I don't mean like that.
You want it
on. Friend. Like the way you walked into studio today.
Yeah,
I mean, walked in here like, oh, really?
Like that?
Well, I mean, you just classed up the joint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, look, sometimes you got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to keep them guessing, and went real deep into the wardrobe for this one. But,
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I had to match the shoes.
Yeah, what you got there?
With it's just a little number.
A little number?
Yeah, but I had to match the shoes with the coat and all that, and I had a sport coat that was camel hair. It was a little much.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
It was more than that.
So
yeah,
you're wearing a trench coat, but the sport coat was a little much?
Is that a trench coat?
I believe that's a trench coat. Wouldn't that be, that goes down, that goes down to your shins. I would believe that
doesn't go down to my shins, but it's a long coat.
Your knees.
Probably my knees. I don't know that that's called a trench coat. Maybe.
An overcoat? It's an overcoat. I mean, that's a coat that you would wear over if you were wearing a suit or something like that. You would wear that over
Correct.
your suit. Yes,
Correct.
It's an overcoat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of like a trench coat.
Do you like it or no?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Are you kidding me? It would match my kicks perfectly. Check what I'm rocking today, dog.
All right, well, let me see.
I got
those.
What you think, bro? Some chocolate forces.
I haven't worn them
the
yet.
mids. What do you think, man?
They look good on you.
I know. I kind of like them a lot.
Where'd you get those?
Nike outlet for $45.
No.
Yeah. It was only 20% off while they already discounted. I'm telling you, I'm bargain shopping, bro. I'm bargain shopping.
Those are good.
You can find them, dude.
I've got those. I haven't worn them yet, but I like those. Those are good.
Mm-hmm.
What a boy, Matt.
I know.
Looking good. Looking sharp.
I need to go by Ruckus, though. I need to go see what they got. New drops, new releases, anything like that over there. Something that I haven't seen yet.
Or if you just want to smile and put a smile on your face.
It's been too long.
You got to go by. What's been a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks since I've been a Ruckus. I need to go back.
Yeah, go get you some.
Yeah.
Get
And look, dude, your boy's heading to Napa on Tuesday. We're wheels up Tuesday to Napa. Yeah, you think I'm going in there half stepping? I'm gonna see if my guy Ronnie Paul over at Ruckus has any wine colored shoes, maybe some champagne colored shoes. Give me some sneaks, some kicks.
They got it. I'm sure they got it.
Gonna have something over there. So yeah, man. So how was your week?
It's good. It's been a busy week.
You had a good week.
Yeah, it's been a good
busy
week.
Yeah.
Productive week.
Yeah, productive.
Yeah.
Good.
It's
I like productive weeks.
It's opening week
for baseball.
Yeah,
it is.
But yeah, I mean, look, everything's everything's going good in the Theriot household.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad to hear that.
Today is a very special day.
Is it?
Yep. Because it's opening day for LSU baseball.
Yeah.
And much anticipated season and team, and lots been made about the recruiting class and the guys that have come in via transfer portal, and so you get to see Skenes throw.
Yeah.
First time. Second pitch of the game I think was 99.
Yeah.
Is that good when it's 30 degrees out?
Pretty good. Yeah. Muse is little. He's a little salty at Jay for changing the game time.
I'm assuming. I guess that was Jay's call. I don't know.
Well, of course it was Jay's call. Come on.
I don't know how that.
He's
works.
the head coach.
Yeah, but whatever.
You think Skenes went up to him and was like, "Hey, Skip, any chance we can get this thing during the daylight hours?
Yeah, hey, bro.
So it's not going to be 30 and windy.
Yeah, I ain't doing that. Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, if Paul Skenes asks you that, you probably say,
"Yeah, let me see what I can do."
Got
big
you.
guy.
I got you, big fella. So big day. I actually, wrote my letter kind of about that topic, and
Okay.
I don't really know who this was directed towards, but it's just some thoughts.
I'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear them.
Okay, playing football when it's 90 degrees outside is stupid. Playing baseball when it's 30 degrees outside is really stupid. I'd like for you, because you're the football guy.
Okay.
I didn't, you're the Bear. That's what I'll do at Catholic High. Y'all play football.
Yeah, play a little baseball too.
Yeah.
Run a little track.
I need you to explain to me.
Wrestle a little, swim a little.
A little bit of all of it.
Pretty much win everything.
Can you explain to me how putting 30 pounds of gear and 7-pound helmet on and running around for a couple hours hitting each other in 95-degree weather makes any sense?
Yeah,
Really?
Suck it up. It's just the time of year.
That's too hot.
No, it's
Not-
just
it's
what
not
it
healthy
is.
is what it is.
It's fine. Yeah, that's why you hydrate and you get out there and you suck it up and you go. What about construction workers that have hard hats and gear? They got to.
Well, they're performing like a job that has to happen.
What about roofers? Our HUDCO crews that in the middle of the summer have to get up on top of roofs.
They do. They have to, because if you don't, your roof's going to leak. Or if the construction guy doesn't fix the road,
if you don't get out there during football season with that gear on, you know what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
What happened here? What happened? Did someone get pegged at third? Why do we have nobody on base? Oh, that was earlier in the game. Got it. Oh, okay. They were showing a so Gifford. Oh, it was Neil. Okay. Yeah, it was Neil's triple. Okay.
He did triple. Good.
Yeah, earlier. Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a little
Okay.
bit. Baseball's a sport where, for the most part, you just stand around. I mean, listen, I did it. I played it. I love it. And, whatever. A lot of you guys listening played too, but you really don't do a whole lot. Okay?
Yeah, it's true.
You're just standing around. Generally, you get 4 at bats, sometimes 5. So I'm asking you, the player, or I'm being asked as a player, to run hard, like sprint 4, maybe 5 times. Top. That's assuming you hit the ball.
Yeah.
You might not even hit it, right? So you could punch or you might walk and whatever. Okay. The problem with that is, and then look, on defense, it's even worse. So on defense, when it's cold, hitters don't want to hit the ball.
Their hands sting?
Yeah. So you're really just standing out there. If you might get 1 or 2 balls a game, but for the most part, you're just standing out there. And so you're basically freezing your ass off. And just for the better part of 4 hours, you're not moving, freezing in the game of baseball. Okay.
Well, if it's a 4-hour game. But yeah. When it's freezing and nobody's swinging, the games tend to go a little quicker. Because there's a little urgency to get this thing done quicker, yeah?
Yeah. But it never works that way because the pitchers can't throw strikes.
Well, they're bottom 4 right now with 2 outs, and they're an hour into this game. That's pretty good pace.
Oh, it's going to drag. The starter's still in, pitchers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to drag.
I don't know. You've seen LSU's bullpen.
All right, so today we got the LSU home opener, right?
Yes.
It's happening right now. It was moved from 7 o'clock tonight to 3 p.m. today, okay? Judging by the stands, when I watched this thing on TV, this not only screwed up everyone's plans to attend, right? But as a player, it's also messed their schedules up as well. See, you're conditioned to get to the field at a certain time. You're conditioned to warm up, hit bat in practice, eat on a certain schedule, and then you play the game at night.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. So
That's how it works.
Yeah. And when your body and your mind are made up that that's what's happening, and then it gets thrown off, it's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. We changed this game because of a 5 to 10 degree temperature change, which is really soft in my opinion.
Woo! Going after Jay.
Well, I'm going to be honest. It really doesn't matter that much. 5 or 10 degrees difference really is not that big of a difference. Now, if we're talking 80 degrees or 30 degrees, I get it. 70 or 30, I get it. But 45 or 35 is not that big of a difference. Like, your hands are not going to sting any less when you hit the ball at 45 than they are at 35. That much. Not enough to change this and screw everybody up, Musso included. Okay? The crowd is no doubt much smaller, less active than it would have been had it played out the scheduled time. The players who've been anticipating this moment for a very long time will now have to wait for the true Alec Box experience. Opening night is special, Matt. Now, you know this because we've talked about this. You think it's really funny and interesting that I remember nothing from my playing career.
It is.
I mean, I say nothing. I remember very little.
And that's true.
I do remember my first game, my first at-bat, my first defensive play of opening night at Alec Box Stadium. And it was wonderful. It was a dream come true for all these freshmen that are experiencing this for the first time.
Yeah.
We now did it at 3 o'clock on a Friday.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
So here's what I think needs to happen. I'm going to push the start back. The season needs to go back a month. The start of the season goes back a month. It can go into the summer. That's fine. Baseball is supposed to be played in warm weather time. Like, it shouldn't start right now. I think we need to push it all back. Omaha, whole deal. Needs to get pushed. Because playing baseball in the cold weather is dumb. Sincerely, Ryan.
Okay. And none of that's going to happen too, by the way. All right. So, you know what else? They're going to play another game tomorrow. And then another one the day after that. And then after that, they're going to play 53 more.
What time is the game tomorrow?
1:30.
Yes. When's their first night game?
Probably. And then next weekend, they're in Round Rock.
Stupid.
And Tuesday, they play Southern, and that's at like 2 o'clock. So it's going to be a minute. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, I guess.
No, man, we robbed the kids. We robbed the kids of an experience.
Robbing them.
They'll never have it again.
You're robbing them. You know what I mean? You know what I bet matters more to you than that first ground ball on opening night as a freshman?
What's that there, bud? Buddy, old
scoring
pal?
the game-winning run in Omaha. I'm going to guess.
I remember that.
Yeah. What matters more to you?
They're probably equal.
You're being a poo head is what you're being right
No,
now.
I mean,
You're being a poo head.
No, you dream of putting on the uniform and playing for the Tigers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Opening night. Well, y'all played Texas, didn't you?
Yeah, man. Kurt Ainsworth's pitching. Like I remember it all. Made a diving catch at second base.
You know what's better? Winning the College World Series, yeah. So just
that was good.
Let's make that happen. All right, it's AFR. That's not right. That's not right. It's
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by the Renaissance Hotel. You know what, man? We were supposed to be there tonight. That's what you know. What, Mr. To the Right? That's what I'm upset about.
What is that?
Is that take me out to Tallulah? Got messed up tonight. We were supposed to be there for the game watch party at the Renaissance Hotel.
I was going to go to that.
I know you were going to go to that, but now it's been rescheduled for March the 10th. So Friday, March the 10th. Mark your calendar. Come on out. It'll be Take Me Out to Tallulah. Same song and dance. Rally Cap will be there with beer samples. Taylor Calandro will be there with whiskey samples. Bourbon, beer, burgers, baseball. Great food and drink discounts. If you have not been to Tallulah inside the Renaissance Hotel, you gotta go. Food is absolutely outstanding. Chef Jason Hebert, he's from Baton Rouge, but he's worked from New York City to San Francisco and Maine as well, and points in between. He's brought a lot of those culinary techniques here to Tallulah inside the Renaissance Hotel. Enjoy the great ambiance there as well. It's Tallulah inside the Renaissance Hotel. Take me out to Tallulah, March 10th.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,000 off new 2022 Ram 1500s. 2022 Ram 1500 trucks on our lot now with $10,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman. With Timothy Wayne, plus two-time PBR world champion Chris Shivers, and Brinson James, the entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th, Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet, the #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today.
Grown-ups, in between, churning babies. Right about now, it's your boy, you heard, back again. DJ Manny, fresh, yeah, fresh, fresh.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, rolling through here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We're going to talk to Alan Belcher in about 10 minutes from right now. Bare-knuckle championship fighting coming to New Orleans. How about that? I used to watch Alan Belcher in the UFC. Like, he's a guy. And he's transitioned into bare-knuckle fighting. And he's got a big event coming up in New Orleans here we're going to tell you about. Alan Belcher here in 10 minutes. You can fight him. You can ask him dumb questions. He's not in studio.
I'm not asking him dumb questions.
If he was in studio, I bet you wouldn't ask him dumb questions. Because he's going to be on the phone, I bet you're going to ask him dumb questions.
No, I'm not. Absolutely not. Somebody that could kill me?
He could kill you.
I know. I'm not.
He could kill you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
He could.
Nope.
It's fun watching Paul Skenes right now. He's got 10 strikeouts through 5 innings pitched.
He's a real guy.
That's not bad. I mean, that's a lot of strikeouts.
And it's not like he's tricking them, right? Like, velocity is what velocity is. You know what I mean? I mean, and I know they got a few hits. They got, 3 hits or something?
Yeah, he's sitting on no runs, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's faced 19 through 5.
What the fifth inning, 5 inning?
Yeah. So 3 hits and a walk. And so that's 4 over the minimum. He's given up 1 extra base hit. It was a leadoff double, and he worked out of that situation there.
Is that good?
82 pitches through 5.
What's the box score? Who's got hits?
For LSU?
Yeah.
Everybody. Hang on. So Kling was hit by pitch to start the game, and then singled his next at bat. Joe Bear's 0 for 2. He struck out in his first AB. Dylan Cruz is 2 for 2 with a run scored. Tommy White's 1 for 1, but for those who missed it, he exited the game after his RBI single. During a pickoff play, he was diving back into the bag and injured something on his right finger, hand, elbow, arm, something on his right arm. They were holding his right arm, stabilizing as they walked him off. So I don't know what it was.
So he's done.
For today, I mean, he's been replaced by Merrifield. Don't know what's going to happen. So Merrifield has had 1 AB. He's 0 for 1. Trey Morgan, 0 for 1. He had an RBI ground out. Bear Jones 0 for 2 at the DH spot. Brady Neal's 1 for 1. He had a triple. And Jordan Thompson 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Ben Napolt is 0 for 2.
Any of the starters surprise you?
What do you mean? As far as who got the start?
Yeah.
No, in complete candor, I was tipped off on what the lineup was going to be and what the rotation was going to be. The one thing that changed from what I thought it might be was Napolt at second. I thought they might start Gavin Dugas, but with Western Michigan starting a righty, they put Napolt in there as a lefty, and so that allowed Jay to go righty, lefty, righty all throughout the lineup. The only spot where he had back-to-back righties was Cruz White, which who cares?
Yeah. From the DH, so Jones, obviously, tonight.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that you wouldn't DH like Dugas, for instance.
Just because it's opening night?
Yeah. Well, no, just because he's got history.
I understand that. But Jones has earned it. He's by all accounts been awesome so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tip my hat to Jay. Look, if you're gonna give it to guys who have earned it, I mean, look, Pearson's not in the lineup tonight.
Right.
They went Joe Bear and Kling because those guys have been better.
Mm-hmm.
Pearson's been fighting a little bit. So, okay, I'm good with that. I mean, they're going to play. They're going to play this weekend. They'll probably start tomorrow. They might get into this game later. But, opening night, you're going to go with the guys who play the best. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing.
I'm good with it.
What about batting Joe Bear in the 2-hole?
I saw that. It's interesting. I mean, especially a guy that struck out quite a bit last year. It tells me that, and I haven't followed it as close as I probably should have, but it tells me he had a hell of a fall. I mean, he made a big turnaround. I mean, that's the one spot where you want the guy not to punch. You know what I mean? Like, just put it in play. Like, advanced runners move guys. I don't, especially when you have Cruz hitting third. Now, if Cruz was hitting first, that's a different story. But you want Dylan coming up with guys in scoring position. However, you can do that.
So part of the thinking there is because he's hitting in front of Cruz, Joe Bear's going to get
just heaters
more to hit.
Yeah,
but so far he's 0 for 3 in the ball game today. So, look, this is all a work in progress, right? I mean, Joe Bear just grounded out to the right side, and I mean, it was a phenomenal play by the second baseman. I mean, it looked like it was going to get in the hole. The second baseman went just beyond the dirt and made a really nice play. So, anyway, all right, Tigers leading at 3-0. They're heading to the 6th. They're moving a pretty good tempo in this game right now. It's an hour and 25 minutes old, and they're already heading to the 6th inning. So. And Paul Skenes is cruising. All right, it's after further review. We're glad to have you aboard with us here. Brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center, 924-2020, 924-2020, or WilliamsonEye.com. That's WilliamsonEye.com. If you're tired of dealing with contacts or glasses, put them away forever, man. Go see Dr. Blake Williamson. Tell you every day. Schedule that free consultation. Advancing ophthalmology in the state. So many times, Dr. Blake has been in the news for being the first in Louisiana to perform different procedures in ophthalmology. They're just on the cutting edge. Dr. Blake goes all over the country and all over the world, all these different conferences where he's invited to present different case studies and lectures at these ophthalmology conventions, and he's right here in Baton Rouge. Take advantage of that resource. It's the Williamson Eye Center. Call 924-2020, 924-2020, or WilliamsonEye.com. That's WilliamsonEye.com. Be done with contacts and glasses forever, no matter your age or your refractive issue. They have a solution for you at the Williamson Eye Center. And if you don't call the Williamson Eye Center, you can kick rocks.
It's time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick Rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick Rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge. Or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick Rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
They can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Okay.
I like it. That's the first time I'd heard it.
Well, it's the first time it's ever played.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
It's brand new. Like, that's literally the first time it ever aired.
That's good.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce can kick rocks.
Kick him.
Kick rocks.
He's an idiot. Every time they put a microphone in front of his face, he embarrasses himself.
Really?
Yeah. The act is tired. You're not a wrestler.
Oh.
Okay, I get it. You can be funny in spurts and whatever, but it's like every time a microphone gets in his face, I'm cringing.
You're not a fan?
At the way. No. I love the way he plays football.
Yeah, really good football player.
Love the way he plays football. Hate the way he acts.
Oh. I don't know, man. I'd be hypocritical. I always say I want press conferences to look more like professional wrestling.
There he is. That's your guy then. And you love him.
I do love him.
Yeah.
I want that.
No, I don't like it.
I want it.
Yeah.
Give me something interesting. Give me boring old coach speak all the time. Give me something interesting. He's interesting.
He's interesting.
Yeah.
He's something.
Interesting.
Or stupid.
Do you pay attention? Do you have an opinion on him?
I've got an opinion.
Give me that.
I've got an
way
opinion.
more interesting than, well, it was a really hard-fought game. Guys went out there and gave it their all. Coaches had a great game plan and good week of prep, and we're really proud of the effort that we gave. And but it just counts as one. So we'll come back next week, and we'll enjoy this one today, and then tomorrow it's on to the next one because we got much bigger goals down the road. But we're real proud of the effort today.
Do a Super Bowl one.
What, with Kelce?
Just no. Just do a Super Bowl one like that.
Before or after?
After.
Oh, after Super Bowl?
Yeah, you won. You won.
Man, it's just it's an indescribable feeling. You work your whole life to get to a day like this, and to see the confetti fall and to hold the trophy. It's a special feeling. It hadn't really sunk in yet. But I'm pretty sure that we're gonna go enjoy this one tonight. We'll be home soon. Enjoy with our fans. You can't wait to celebrate with my family and the teammates tonight. Just such a great season, and all the hard work from the summer all the way to this moment. It's incredible. It's incredible to be here right now, and in this moment to know that we did that. We won the Super Bowl, and it's
who do you give all the thanks to?
Fulfillment of a lifelong dream. All thanks to God. I should have started there. Of course, all thanks to God and God, my family, my parents who brought me to so many practices, and my wife and my kids support me all along the way and sacrificing so much. But this is for all of them too. This is for them too.
I got one for you.
Okay.
You're a running back. Had a great game.
Yeah.
Who are you thinking?
Man, look, gotta give all the credit to my offensive line, man. They without those guys, leading the way. I mean, big shout out to those guys for their effort, picking me up and making holes. And I just try to do my best whenever I see a hole to run hard. And really, coach had a great game plan, and all the receivers making plays as well, loosening up the holes. And it was a team effort, man. It's team effort and a great win.
You lost in the Super Bowl.
We lost in the
Super Bowl. Ready, you go.
Oh man.
Hold on, I'll give you some time.
No.
Hey.
No, I got it. I got it.
Right,
I got it.
Lost.
Yeah. I'm first of all, I'm really proud of our guys. It's a great year. to get to this point in the season, there's 30 other teams that would have loved to have been in this situation, but it stings. It's goal is always to win the last one, and we felt like we had our opportunities tonight, and it just didn't. But first of all, congrats, congratulations to the Chiefs. They're a great team, and they earned it. They deserved it. We just came up a little bit short tonight, but I'm proud of our guys and I'm proud of the effort.
See, I loved all that.
It's boring.
It's awesome.
You could copy and paste what I just did.
I loved it.
For anyone. So give me Travis Kelce going, know your role and shut your mouth.
Oh, he's an idiot. Oh, my God.
Burrowhead. Don't put some respect on Patrick Mahomes' name. Give me that guy. It's interesting.
He's an idiot.
He might be an idiot, but he's an interesting idiot.
That was really good, by the way.
Thanks. Let me know if you ever want any more. I mean, any sport, I'm full of. I got them all.
Yeah, that was really.
You know how many press conferences I've sat in my life? You know how many?
I enjoyed that.
Oh.
We're going to circle back to that.
Okay.
Got it. I want to tell Perkins Road to kick rocks.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
Okay.
More specifically, from Segan Lane to Bluebonnet.
Okay.
That stretch of Perkins Road. Going toward downtown. So which way is that?
Going north?
North.
Yeah.
Going north. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, I really don't know why.
Perkins Road has been under construction for like 30 years.
There's no construction.
Well, it's always under construction. Something's always under construction.
During this,
it's a major artery. There's only 2 lanes each way. That's the problem. A lot of people use Perkins Road, and there aren't enough lanes. That's Airline. That's Perkins. That's everything. That's Baton Rouge.
But why at this stretch?
Because we live in Louisiana.
Stop the
because we live in
whole
Louisiana.
way. What are people doing at 10:15 in the morning?
It doesn't matter what time of day it is. That's Louisiana. We have awful leadership. Our infrastructure sucks. It's never kept up or caught up. Katrina exacerbated everything in Baton Rouge because our population doubled overnight. Now, a lot of folks that came into Baton Rouge obviously went back to New Orleans or other places. And by the way, it's no judgment or thing. It's the problem with our town, with our state as a whole. Our leadership sucks, and our infrastructure in the state sucks and has forever and always will. And it's only going to get worse.
Speaking of places that suck.
So just accept it.
Speaking of places that suck.
I didn't say Baton Rouge sucks.
New Orleans can
I
kick
said
rocks.
Our infrastructure sucks.
Let me go
our
to
leadership in our state for decades has sucked.
Yeah.
And nobody's been able to solve the issues because of all of the pet projects and nonsense that goes on in the state, which is why I would prefer. What's in the Matrix when it's like you could have the
red pill or blue pill?
Yeah. Was it blue or was it green? I don't remember.
Red or blue?
Whatever it was. It doesn't matter. Give me that it was green.
It was blue.
It was blue. So whichever one is where you can not know.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
You just don't want to know.
I don't care. I'm just gonna live my life. I'm gonna go live my life.
Yeah. I'm
gonna work. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna enjoy my life.
You can
spend
come
time
live
with
with
my
me.
family.
I'm going out the country, dude. You can come with me.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Somewhere far away.
We got to talk to Alan Belcher. We're already late.
New Orleans.
Are you done?
Places that suck. No. New Orleans can kick rocks.
Okay.
So I had some meetings yesterday down in the city.
Okay.
And it's the abandoned
Shout out to our New Orleans affiliate, by the way, KLRZ 100.3. Love you down in the Crescent City.
Well, that's fine.
Ryan Theriot, by the way,
Yeah,
not representative of the beliefs and opinions of after further review.
Well, just
you're entitled to your opinion.
On the interstate, just hours before I was there, somebody's car window got shot out. Okay, FYI. So yeah, it stinks. Okay, you got a problem with it. On the flip side of that, I go to the West Bank. I'm going to give a hug to Gretna.
Okay,
I'm giving a hug to Jefferson Parish and Gretna. It was unbelievable.
West Bank.
What a great experience on the West Bank. Shout out to that whole area. New Orleans, take some notes on what's going on across the river. Because across the river's got it going on.
They got it going on.
Yeah. Shout out Gretna.
What's up? What's up, Gretna? What's up?
I'm on it.
You done?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Kick Rocks presented by Ruckus. On Jones Creek in Baton Rouge. Get your sneaks. Get your kicks. What's new over there? I got to check. I need to go check the website. I need to get by. I've been to Ruckus in 2 weeks. I need to go see what they got. Ruckus103.com. RUKUS. Ruckus103.com. Bringing you Kick Rocks. Ronnie Paul and the gang. Shout out. I'm telling you, when I kind of got infected with the sneaker bug. Went to every single sneaker place in Baton Rouge. And I'm telling you, by far, best selection, best people, friendliest, knowledgeable, helpful, all that stuff, Ruckus, Ruckus103.com, RUKUS, Ruckus103.com. Shout out Ruckus. We're like really late now. Gosh, dog it. I knew that was going to happen. I shouldn't have let you go that long. I shouldn't have let you. You know what deviated us was all the press conference stuff.
Yeah, that got us.
It was kind of worth it. Okay, it's after further review.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. You know what they got?
Dippledinas.
Rose bushes.
I mean rose bushes.
Rose bushes are big this time of year, man. People like to plant roses. If you want to have a rose garden, you can do it. Get your rose bushes at Clegg's right now. Go to any of the 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Siega near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Now, you know what else is happening? And you may be spooked the League of Mats can be in the 30s. No. There's some of these bedding plants and flowers right now love the cool weather. It's actually perfect for some of these colorful
grass
bedding
does
plants.
too.
Grass does. This is the time of year it's the perfect time like for sod and stuff like that. But if you have weeds popping up in your lawn that you're noticing, Clegg's has their weed killing cocktail. So if you're not sure what to do about the weeds in your lawn, go to Clegg's and just ask. Any of the 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Buy local, shop local. For more than 60 years, it's Clegg's Nursery.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Sky, I've got that sunshine.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them. Because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me?
I got some new shoes and a bag of help for you. Girl, you know I even watch your kids for you. I got a new purse and a new wig for you. Girl, you know I love you, I go hard for you. I even hustled up a food stamp card for you. I say, chick.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, coming up on February the 24th, that's a week from today in New Orleans, the Bare-Knuckle Fighting Championship is coming to the Pontchartrain Center, And Alan Belcher is going to be taking on the champion, Arnold Adams. And we are very excited to have Alan Belcher, a longtime MMA specialist and champion who has made the move into the Bare-knuckle Fighting Championship. Alan's joining us here for a couple of minutes. Alan, we appreciate it, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Man, it's our
training's going great.
Man, look, it's our pleasure. And look, I watched you in the UFC, obviously, for a lot of years. Man, what in the world? Like, how do you transition to bare-knuckle fighting, man? How does that transition go?
Okay. Well, first off, I would say I was doing some amateur boxing and I wanted to turn pro about the same time that I got into the UFC. So I would already kind of had my mindset on being a multi-combat sport athlete. And then I got locked in with UFC and that kind of kept me, kind of put a ceiling on what I could do there for a long time, and I kind of got to the end of that career and then went a different direction in my life. And I woke up a couple of years ago and realized that I still had some time and I still had a lot left to do in sports in general, not necessarily UFC. I didn't really want to go back to UFC. So I was exploring other options, and the bare knuckle came in my backyard here in Biloxi, and I looked at what they were doing, and at the first glance, it kind of seems like they're just taking the gloves off and brawling and everything, but there's actually a lot more to it. So for me, it's just it's a little bit more technical. It's more you have to be in a different state of mind, so it's even more of a challenge to me than MMA, I believe, to do it the right way and not just psych yourself out and just go in there and street fight. So my goal is to not get hit. So I've been learning the specialized details and stuff for this sport, and have been doing pretty good as well as boxing. So I've got my last 7 fights are all knockouts. I'm 8-0 since I returned.
It's pretty awesome, man. And we're watching some of the highlights. So your hands are taped, right? So it's bare knuckle. But you're still taped, but you just have no gloves.
Right. Your hands are taped on your wrist and across your hand that holds the bones together, so you can make a good fist. But there's no tape over your knuckles.
Wow. How much, Alan? How much of a difference is there? Because look, I mean, if you're talking about like in MMA, you like 4-ounce gloves, which I mean that's obviously one of the reasons you have such explosive power and knockouts in MMA as opposed to boxing. How much of a difference from the 4-ounce gloves to no gloves?
So there's a slight difference of range, so you have to get a little bit closer. The impact, I would say, is a lot more jarring. So it doesn't take near as much. If you have a short stiff punch, you're going to ring their bell, so to speak, make them rock your opponent, knock them down a lot easier, which is kind of a game in itself. When you're looking at boxing and then MMA, it's a collaboration and a combination of punches adding up, and you're kind of beating the guy down, you're wearing him out, and then you're waiting for that time to turn it up and try to get a knockout. And in bare knuckle, it could literally be your first jab. If they blink and you hit them on the chin and it rattles their brain, they could fall. So it's a chess match, and you can checkmate at any time. So it's very risky, and as you guys know with sports, the higher the risk, the higher the stakes, the more in the zone that the athlete has access to if they know how to get there mentally.
I'm just watching these highlights. I'm just amazed because I mean, you got no gloves, right? And so you're gonna the cuts happen much faster. Like so, this thing gets a little messy. You know what I mean? If you have a few solid punches landed early. Let me ask you a question. So Eli gets drilled, right? So let's just say he's playing one of his little league games. He gets drilled and decides he wants to go charge the mound. Is he just going to destroy the pitcher? Like, is he ready? Has he been trained up? Like, I need to know where he's at Like, do we have to just say, hey, bro, look, like, you're dangerous right now. These kids don't want any piece of you. What's going on there?
Yeah, man. But my son has been training since he was a kid, so he's been around. He definitely carries. He's starting to carry some pride about him with his dad being a fighter. So he hasn't shown a lot of interest to want to fight himself, but I think if he was challenged, he would definitely win. And plus, he's a winner. I've taught him how to be a winner. So
does that give him edge, like just in all situations in life? How old is he now?
He's 11.
Okay.
Yeah, he just turned 11.
So the confidence factor is probably oozing, knowing that he could just knock out all of his friends if he wanted to.
I think so. I definitely think so. I try to instill the mental battle in there and try to instill the warrior. I try to teach my son that he's a warrior, and all these sports are really just pretending to have battles and wars. And you don't have to be a fighter. You can be a football player or basketball, baseball player. It's all about practicing being a warrior.
I'm going to tell you even cooler thought, and I just had this. If I'm Eli, I'm like, you know how you start saying, my dad could beat up your dad?
Imagine career day at school.
Yeah. No, Eli's like,
bring your dad to work day.
Eli's hanging out at the lunch table. He's like, hey, guys, my dad could beat up all your dads at the same time.
Yeah. How about that? Take that.
I love that.
Take that.
Yeah.
What about training? Alan Belcher is with us. Bare-knuckle fighting championship is coming to New Orleans a week from today. Is training for a bare-knuckle fight any different than your three rounds, 5 minutes in the MMA?
Yeah, well, there's a different type of pace with any type of sport. It comes with its own kind of, time limits and things like that you have to condition yourself for. So it's 5 2-minute rounds that we fight. So it's a fast pace, 2 minutes, so, I do my conditioning and stuff kind of around that. But, I do a lot more kind of technical hand-eye coordination because it's like I said before, it only takes a little, it's just like a little bit of edge of just timing. If I can just land my shot first, I can hurt the guy and knock him out, So that's, as I got into this, I decided that to make the biggest impact coming back, that I would turn myself into a knockout artist, which is, I had some knockouts in the UFC, but I also had some submissions, and I had some hard fought wars and some, TKOs and things like that. But in boxing and bare-knuckle boxing, I decided to dedicate myself, challenge myself to become a knockout artist and try to be kind of make that part of my legacy. Is whenever people think about me and what I've done in the sport, they think of the technique of knocking someone out.
Yeah.
So I think I've really delved deep into that. So that's what I'm trying to do in there. So everything I'm doing is a technique to try to end the fight as fast as possible.
A week from today, Bare-knuckle Fighting Championship 36 in New Orleans at the Pontchartrain Center. Tickets available at bare-knuckle.tv, bare-knuckle.tv. Alan Belcher is going to be taking on Arnold Adams for the heavyweight championship, man. Hey, Alan, before you go, we're short on time, but give us a little thought on the fight with Arnold Adams, man. How I obviously not going to give away a technical strategy here, but how are you planning to match up against Adams?
Oh, he's a great champion. He's definitely put together a lot of wins in a row. He's learned the bare knuckle sport. He's mainly out-techniqued, out-maneuvered people that are just brawlers. So he's a little bit better boxer than a lot of the guys. He's slightly bigger and longer than me. So yeah, I just think it's going to be a great matchup. But he hasn't fought anyone that is technical as I have, or has the experience that I have. This is kind of my second go around in this career, and now it's just so much bigger than me and my chip on my shoulder. Like when I was younger, now it's about my kids and my legacy and inspiring other people to find their potential and to challenge themselves and to face their fears. So it's I feel like I'm a really hard person to beat right now. I'm definitely willing to do whatever it takes, and I'm 100% prepared. So, I told somebody the other day that there's losing isn't an option. You're either going to wake me up and I'm in heaven, or I wake me up after I got knocked out and I'm not. There's no possible way that I'm giving up any other way. It's going to be a hell of a fought war if it's competitive, But what happens a lot of times is normally just get a knockout on the first or second round.
Alan, we're looking forward to it, man. Good luck next Friday. We'll be tuned in, man. Thanks for a couple of minutes today.
Yeah, thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Alan.
That's our pleasure. That's Alan Belcher, great fighter. Again, next Friday at the Pontchartrain Center in New Orleans. We'll wrap up hour number 2 with Ask Ryan next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Darren James and Associates, brokered by eXp Realty, buying or selling, commercial or residential. If you need a realtor, you need Darren James. A lot of people, when they go to sell their home, think, I'll just do it myself. Listed on the for sale by owner websites, put a sign in the yard, whatever the case may be. 73%, nearly 3 out of 4 people that list their home for sale by owner end up hiring a realtor. Maybe it's not knowing how to properly price your home. Maybe all the legalities and the paperwork is something you're not familiar with. Maybe you're just not available enough for showings when people request them. Save yourself the time, save yourself the money. Call Darren James and get your home sold. 335-7666, 335-7666, or agent225.com. If you need to sell your home, you need Darren James.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman.
Rockin' a hard place.
With Timothy Wayne, plus 2-time PBR world champion Chris Shivers, and Brinson James, the entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th, Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet, the #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $10,000 off new 2022 Ram 1500s. 2022 Ram 1500 trucks on our lot now with $10,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
We literally have like 30 seconds. Apologies. We didn't go along with Alan Belcher. We went along when you were having me mimic press conferences. So my apologies. Hate to do this and bump us up to the top of the hour. But hour number 3 is coming up here shortly. LSU Baseball is leading Western Michigan 6-0. Greg Lehman said, ask Theriot. Man, that Mississippi River sure is mighty. Am I right?
I like that. That was a good one.
Hour 3 after Sports Center.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Traction Sports. Traction, where champions are made. Been fired up to tell you all this week as we've started our official formal partnership with Traction. There's a couple things that I got to let you know. If your child wants to improve, there are memberships available, 4, 8, or unlimited training sessions per month. So break it down like this. Performance training, you want to get bigger, stronger, faster? And skills training. Whatever specific sport your son or daughter plays, you want to work with the same trainers that work with the professional athletes that come through Traction. Like, walk into Traction. Look at the pictures on the wall of all the pro athletes, the jerseys of all the pro athletes that have trained at Traction. Your son or daughter will be working with the same trainers and sometimes alongside the pro athletes in their sports. There's just no resource like it in our state. It's Traction. Go to TractionSports.com. Traction, where champions are made.
I'm Chris Nakamoto, and here's what I'm working on for my stories on WBRZ Channel 2 tonight. A nursing home cited by the state after a resident wandered outside and died of hypothermia has a checkered history with the state. The WBRZ investigative unit uncovering the facility has been cited 21 times and fined thousands of dollars over the past few years. In one egregious case, a nurse kicked a resident who ate a pudding off a hallway medicine cart. The state forcing the facility to come up with a corrective action plan. I'm Chris Nakamoto from WBRZ. Watch more tonight on WBRZ Channel 2.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman.
Rockin' a hard place.
With Timothy Wayne, plus 2-time PBR World Champion Chris Shivers, and Brinson James, the entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th, Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet, the #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
Start your day with news and newsmakers. Start your day with traffic, weather, and local stories that are important to you. Kickstart your day every day. Mornings with Brian Haldane from 6 to 9 a.m. Weekdays on Talk 107.3.
Center.
I'm Doug Brown. Padres third baseman Manny Machado plans to opt out of his contract after the upcoming season to become a free agent. Machado signed a 10-year, $300 million deal in San Diego back in 2019. After 5 years and 2 Super Bowl wins as the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, Eric Bieniemy will be the new offensive coordinator for the Commanders with full play-calling responsibilities, which he did not have in Kansas City. The Jets plan to meet with free agent quarterback Derek Carr, who was cut by the Raiders this week. ESPN's Rich Cimini says the Jets could recruit Carr by pointing to their defense.
They have the 4th-ranked defense in the league. And interestingly, that is a foreign concept to Derek Carr. The Raiders' defense has been historically bad since Carr broke into the league in 2014.
Rich Cimini on Canty and Carlin. New Broncos coach Sean Payton hires 75-year-old Mike Westhoff to be the team's new assistant head coach. He hasn't coached in the league since 2018.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive, they're making things even easier to help you bundle your home and car insurance together so you can save on both. Learn more at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios.
That's right. You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back? Back again.
Lisa, I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour, presented by ProCharge EV. Call 225-397-4593 or go to ProChargeEV.com.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
On ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Musso. Hey! Woo! And Theriot. We're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock, quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
All right. LSU rip-roaring their top 7 over at the box. LSU cruising 8-0 right now in Western Michigan. Paul Skenes, his day is done. Throws up 6 scoreless. And I'll get you the final line here. 6 scoreless, no runs on 3 hits, 12 strikeouts. Is that good? 12 strikeouts in 6 innings?
12 punchies, yeah, that's good.
12 punchies in 6 innings pitched. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. And 1 walk on the day through 98 pitches. Are you surprised that he extended to 98 pitches?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Big guy, and no, I don't think. I like it, actually.
Okay. We just see sometimes, early in the season, sometimes guys will top out maybe 75 pitches and sort of gradually work up toward SEC play. So Skenes has a nice day. Christian Little, the Vanderbilt transfer, first out of the bullpen as he's here pitching in the 7th inning. He got a tap out to the mound for the first out, and then a strikeout here for the second out. So was that a 3-pitch strikeout or a 4-pitch strikeout? A 3-pitch strikeout. So he's at 5 pitches right now, and looking to go 3 up, 3 down here in the 7th, and he's dealing mid upper 90s as well. Starting to see Ty Floyd was in the bullpen, but Little is the first one out. So we're okay. So we're keeping an eye there. There's some defensive replacements as well. Gavin Dugas is in at second base. It looks like Milazzo is in behind the plate. Is that Milazzo? Has he gone in as a defensive replacement?
I haven't seen behind the plate yet. Yes, it is. I can see. Okay. It is Milazzo. Yeah, they just showed him.
Milazzo's behind the plate, and so they moved Ben Napolt, who started at second, over to third. Merrifield went into the game for Tommy White, and now on cue, there's a grounder and a pull at third, and that, well, it was foul ball, but no problem there at deep third. So Tommy White becomes really the big topic today. If you haven't heard, he singled in the RBI single in the first. There was a pickoff play at first as he dove back into the base. The training crew very quickly ran out to him, and they were holding his right arm as he was going back into the dugout. And they took him directly into the clubhouse. There is, I don't want to speculate. I mean, with injuries, but when you're holding the arm like that and you're stabilizing, typically that's maybe your shoulder popped out.
Yeah.
Like if it was something with his fingers, like they wouldn't be holding his arm. I'm completely speculating, which I said I didn't want to do, but I don't know. Thoughts?
Yeah, no. I mean, when you see that, the shoulder is generally out of place. They're holding it right where it is because it hurts like hell for them to go any further down. Then they go pop it back in. I don't know if he has any history of that.
I have heard that he does have a history with the shoulder.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then that may be it. And if it's something that just kind of pops in and out, then whatever, it is what it is. It just stinks when we had a third baseman, in the past that had that same issue, with the shoulder coming out. But it didn't affect Cade very much. Missed a few games here or there, but was for the most part able to contribute.
Talking about Cade Doty, who we did see that. Look, that happened late last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, wasn't it the Vanderbilt weekend when that happened to him?
Diving for a ball and popped out?
Or he missed Vanderbilt. Did it happen at Vanderbilt or did he miss Vanderbilt?
He missed Vanderbilt.
Because it happened at the box, and he was diving for a ball deep at second, but on the
actually no, I'm sorry, it happened against Vanderbilt. It happened in the 22-11 game or whatever. Late in the game, he dove for a ball. He missed the SEC tournament. Was back for the regional.
Right. And was kind of not 100%.
Yes. And still just hit nukes the entire time.
Yeah.
And look,
but I'm sorry, one thing, but with Tommy White, it's his throwing arm. So, does that change things? Like, could he swing a bat? Because as a righty, it's your top hand. I would imagine that wouldn't be as impacted as your bottom as you're pulling through.
Yeah, I would rather it happen to the bottom hand.
That's where you generate your power, is on the bottom.
If you're pulling the bat through the zone, then you're not a good hitter.
Okay.
When you pull, the barrel drops. So I mean, I would rather it probably happen to his bottom hand, truthfully. You have to be careful on the follow through that it doesn't pop out again. That was Cade's deal. So he had to be real careful coming back here on the follow through so it didn't pop out. But, it's just funny. I was going to say, with Cade, I mean, when this happens or starts happening to you, it happens at the weirdest times. He was at Traction doing ab work on his back. He was on his back doing, like, crunches and stuff with the med ball that you probably same stuff you do.
Yeah.
And it just popped out, like, for no reason. Like, nothing made it pop out. It just did, and he's laying there in excruciating pain. And I can't do anything for him. Like, hey, suck it up, get up, let's go, one of those deals. So yeah, it's the
thing though where I do know this. So
it's worrisome for me
when that happens, and I want to be very clear as well. I don't know if that's what happened with Tommy White, so I don't want to. That's the danger with speculating, right? Like I don't know if that's what happened. It kind of looked like it, but
So he didn't break his arm? Is that what you're saying? He's fine. He's probably fine.
I hope. I certainly hope so.
Yeah.
But you would also think that if it is something with the shoulder, maybe he could still swing before he would be comfortable throwing it because it would be his throwing. But we'll see. We'll wait and see what Jay says after the game. But you don't want it to be anything, but you hope that's all it is.
Sure.
I mean, if it was a jammed finger or something like that, he probably didn't even come out of the game. They certainly don't rush him into the. Or
could have been a wrist, and they were just kind of holding it.
Maybe, I mean, the way they rushed him into the clubhouse was like, I mean, there was no. They didn't fart around with him at all at the base. It's like as soon as the training staff got out to him, they were holding his arm and they went straight into the dugout. I mean, it was a very quick thing. So, in any event, that's certainly the downer of the day of an otherwise really successful day so far. Opening day out at the box, LSU leading Western Michigan 8-0. Really good day for Paul Skenes. We mentioned Christian Little has relieved Skenes. And when you look at a lot of defensive replacements, but Kling got the start leading off today. Was hit by a pitch to lead off the game and did score a run, but still hitless. Gavin Dugas is in at second base. Braden Joubert just got his first hit of the day, so he's 1 for 4. Dylan Cruz is 2 for 3 on the day. He also Cruz walked as well, so he's 2 for 3 with a walk. Tommy White again, the single. They are by a single in the first, but left after that. So anyway, nice day overall for LSU as they've put up 8 runs on 6 hits. So it's certainly very productive, and they played clean defensively. No errors for either team, which you don't always see in the season opener, especially for a team from Michigan who's it's cliche, but it's true. It's like it's the first time they're playing outside. Mm-hmm. And the other thing with Western Michigan, I don't know if you heard the story, but like something happened with their plane yesterday, and they ended up having to bus down here.
No.
From Kalamazoo, Michigan. Yes.
Oh, I've made that drive.
From Louisiana?
From Michigan to Baton Rouge.
They said it was like an 18-hour bus ride.
It's the worst.
Like that. Yeah.
I mean, so they had like Southern Illinois. It's nothing but cane, like cornfields and like nothing.
Hey, when you get south of Chicago,
it's tough.
Yeah. So anyway, Tigers are taking on Western Michigan. A pretty good start so far. All right. Well, now I got a quick break. We will dip into the vault in a little bit. Something we started a couple weeks ago. We didn't do last week because we were at Rouse's. But we called it Deep Cuts. We went and pulled out like an old segments from AFR in yesteryear. And it kind of went well. A lot of people seem to like it, so we'll dip into the vault and pull out some AFR cuts from you. Maybe something involving you. See if we can find something from you from way back.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Before you even started. Maybe when you were still playing. And you were a guest on AFR.
Okay.
Have you ever heard that?
No, but I'm looking forward to it.
You've really never heard it? Okay. Yeah, it exists. Theriot was a guest on AFR when you were still playing.
2010. It was an off day. I was sitting in the Dwayne Reed parking lot doing the interview.
We've got a couple of you when you were a phone guest when you were still playing.
Okay. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay. All right. We're going to get to that coming up here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You can always go to getgordon.com. If you've been injured in an accident and it's not your fault and you need representation, do what injured people in Louisiana have done for more than 3 decades. Trust Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon, get it done. You can always call them 888-8888. That's 888-8888. Or go to getgordon.com. That's getgordon.com. So Gordon does so much for the community, right? Not only helping injured people, but we've talked so much about the NIL deals that Gordon's done with athletes at different universities all over the state. But one of the really cool things through the charitable arm of Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys is Gordon Gives. Right now they're doing Playing for a Purpose. So for every point scored by Alexis Morris and Angel Reese, they're donating $20 to the Turner Syndrome Foundation, a charity chosen by Kim Mulkey. Angel Reese had 36 last night, so it was a pretty good night as well. You know what to do. Get Gordon. Get it done.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, rolling along here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. You gonna watch any of the NBA All-Star festivities this weekend? Do you get into that at all?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I'm not a big All-Star game. I don't watch any of the Pro Bowl or MLB All-Star game.
You don't watch Major League Baseball All-Star game?
No.
Okay.
Not really.
Interesting. I didn't, well, I mean, no big deal either way. I just didn't know if when you played, if it was something that that was interesting to the guys who played.
Well, it was because, generally you would get a nice little bonus if you made it. And it was something cool to say in arbitration when you're negotiating your contracts that you were an All-Star.
So that's if you made it. But I mean, when you're playing.
No.
So if you don't make the All-Star game, you don't care about watching the All-Star game?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, how would I know that?
Yeah, no.
Why not?
Yeah, you just, because you're your All-Star.
Would you watch the World Series?
Absolutely.
Okay, so it was just because All-Star game was an exhibition.
Yeah.
But even when you're on a good team and the All-Star game determined home field?
I don't know that it determined. Did it determine home field when I played?
Yeah.
Did it? I don't know that it did. I don't know when that went into. I'm not sure, man. But no, I never did.
The agreement was extended in 2005 and 6 and remained in place until 2016.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes. Bud
I
Selig.
never watched. Yeah, I never watched it. I didn't know.
Wow, that's interesting. So even though it was that significant, I mean, they tried to make it something significant.
That is
significant. You were on good teams. Two of them that won the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And even what year with the Cubs? You had one really good season with the Cubs, where the Cubs were really good.
07 and 08.
07 and 08. That was Zambrano and all those teams.
Greg Maddux, Kerry Wood.
Yeah. Okay.
Really good.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I'll maybe with the NBA All-Star Game specifically, it's a couple things. Number one, it's the time of year, right? So football's over, and the NBA kind of is center stage. Major League Baseball hasn't started yet, so unless if you're a college basketball junkie, it's the thing that's center stage. And the other thing about the NBA All-Star Weekend that's very cool is they are a superstar magnet. What I mean is almost like when you're watching the Super Bowl and there's LeBron and there's Jay-Z or whoever, right? Stars from all different
that's
different
cool.
arenas.
That is cool.
That happens at the NBA All-Star Weekend. It's just where superstars in every different avenue come, not just in sports. And a few years back when NBA All-Star Weekend was in New Orleans, I went to the All-Star game. We were just very, very fortunate because we're an ESPN affiliate. We had an opportunity to get some really good tickets for both the Saturday, which was the dunk contest, and the All-Star Challenge, dunk, 3-point, everything, and then for the game itself. So I actually went to the All-Star game a couple of years ago, and it was the year Anthony Davis won the MVP. He scored 50 and won the MVP. I think it was Giannis's first All-Star game as well, and it was amazing because at the All-Star game nobody really plays defense or tries. You know what I mean? It's just you're just lobbing passes and you're just putting on a show. He was trying, and the veterans were not happy that he was trying, but it was pretty cool to see. Anyway, so yeah. I think NBA All-Star Weekend is awesome. I mean, I'll probably, tomorrow night I was going to say I'd sit outside, but it's probably going to be 30 degrees, so I probably won't be outside. I'll probably be inside, light a fire, pour a whiskey drink or something like that, and watch all the festivities. I think it's really cool.
I got one for you.
Okay.
You just got selected to your first All-Star game. How are you feeling?
All right. Wait, I have a question. Are you the coach who called me into the office? You're telling me for the first time, or this is a press conference?
Press conference.
So, am I at my locker or am I at a table?
You're at your
locker post game.
You're at your locker post game.
Post game.
Yep. You just found out. Okay. Game ends. You just found. Coach calls you in. You just found out you were selected.
Are you telling me that I just?
No. You already know.
Okay, I
but
know.
We're all crowded in your locker now.
Yeah.
We want to get the first soundbite.
Yeah, got it.
Right?
Yeah.
Go.
Ask me a question.
Hey, Matt, you were just selected to your first All-Star game in your career. How do you feel, and what are the thoughts going through your mind?
Oh, man, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. Unbelievable feeling. You play to win championships, but along the way, it's always great to be recognized and to be out there and considered with the game's greats, and to know I'm gonna be on that stage for the first time is really just an indescribable feeling. I look forward to my family down there, and you get to get even deep in some relationship with my teammates and some of the other guys in the league. It's a great honor. It's a great honor to be recognized for the hard work and everything we've done so far up into the season.
You just passed LeBron James for the scoring title.
Should I curse like LeBron cursed?
You passed him.
I don't think I can.
Hey, Matt, congratulations. You just passed LeBron.
Wait, so
James.
am I on the floor like LeBron whenever he had the microphone and Kareem, he and Kareem were talking? Or am I the post-game press conference?
I want to ask the question. This is a post-game press.
Okay, yeah.
So you just passed LeBron for the scoring title. This is a big moment, obviously. Tell me what was going through your mind out there when that happened.
Please go in.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. You're in character. It's good.
Don't get back into it.
Yeah. All right.
Hard to even process. LeBron is just legend of the game. He ain't MJ, but record stands as long as that did. You pick up a ball as a young boy because you love the game, and you play it because you love the game of basketball. And I just so grateful to so many people that helped get me here. Great coaches, great teammates, training staff, kept my body right all these years, kept me on the court. And mostly my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ gave me the ability to do this, to play this game that I love, a family who supported me, and to greats like LeBron, who gave us, the younger generation, something to always strive for. It'll I'm sure it'll sink in, over time. Whenever my playing days are done, I'll have time to really sit back and reflect on what it means. But in the meantime, got a group of guys in the locker room. We're working toward getting a championship, hanging that next banner, for the Pelicans. But it's just it's incredible feel.
Game 7 of the World Series.
How many is we gonna do?
You're playing first base.
How many are we gonna do?
Game 7 of the World Series.
Have we beaten the dead horse?
Nope.
Okay.
This is going to be a good one.
Okay.
Game 7 of the World Series. You're playing first base. Tie ball game. They hit you a ground ball. Ball goes through your legs. You guys lose. Lose the World Series.
We're brought to you by DraftKings.
Hey, Matt. Matt.
Let me do the DraftKings read, then you can send that one up. An official sports betting partner of the NBA. Hey, tap into all the excitement with the click of a button over at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Place a $5 pregame money line bet on any NBA game, and you get $150 in free bets if your team wins. That's at the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Again, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with the code Baton Rouge. New customer. Place a $5 pregame moneyline bet on any NBA game and win $150 in free bets if your team wins. That's only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Make sure you use the promo code Baton Rouge. 21 and older, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus issued as free bets. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. 10-plus leg required for 100% boost. Deposit parlay. Wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball terms. Licensing partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles Gambling Problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537. All right, set it up again.
You're playing first base for the LSU Tigers in Omaha.
Oh, no.
Okay. They hit you a grounder.
Okay.
Tie game, 9th inning, ball goes through your legs, you lose. You lose the World Series for LSU. All right, press conference after the game. All right. Matt, it's a tough one out there tonight. Tell me, what you were thinking. That ball was hit your way and ultimately, got through your legs and you were the reason you guys lost.
What was I thinking? I mean, it sucks. What kind of question is that, bro? It's a clown question. What was I thinking? Next.
Hey, Matt, over here, Michael Cobble. Hey,
I recognize you.
Yeah, hey, Matt.
You actually showed up to something. Weird.
All the great players in the past that went to LSU and have won championships, and it's just this legacy and tradition here. And, you had an opportunity to put the team on your back and win a championship, and you didn't. So how are you feeling right now? All those guys in the past, you kind of let them down. So tell me what's going through your mind right now.
I mean, how am I feeling? It's a terrible feeling, Worked so hard to get to this point. Years, all of us, years of work to get to this point. I didn't try to boot the ball. I fielded that ball 1 million times in my life, and the one that mattered went through my legs. So for me, it's just I disappointed all my guys. I let our team down. But I as a person have to learn from this and be better because of it. I have to use this as fuel to be better. I gotta turn a negative into a positive some way. I don't know that this feeling will ever go away. It'll always sting. But I got to be better.
We got time for a couple more. Hey, Robin Fambro in the back. Hey, Robin. Yeah. Hey, Matt, this is Robin Fambro, the Advocate. Yes. So many great players have come out of Catholic High, and you've done a great job getting to where you are today.
What is the setting here?
Same setting.
Oh, well, why? Robin doesn't cover the College World Series.
Yeah, but she was there though.
Okay, she just happened to be taking the trip.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, she took a trip.
All right.
What does this do, if anything, to your legacy at Catholic High as a baseball player?
That's such a dumb question.
You wouldn't say that to Robin.
No, I would. I'm saying it to you right now. Because the whole bit was I was giving you so an hour ago, Theriot started giving me. I was doing cliched answers, so he's now reset this. But my point is now, you've jumped the shark. Earlier, it was good because it was like we were talking about Kelce and and how people give boring answers to press conferences. I like him because he's given he's actually showing some personality. Now, but now you've jumped the shark because you're putting in situations that aren't set up to give cliched answers. That's the point.
You could give one there.
All right, you give me the cliched
you do it to
answer.
me. You do it to me.
Your legacy at Catholic High.
I'll prove it.
Nobody's gonna ask that question.
Robin May, she's a great high school sports reporter.
Nobody's gonna ask that question.
But she may.
How does that impact your legacy at Catholic High? That's stupid. Nobody's gonna answer that.
Give it to me. I'll give you the.
How does that impact your question at your legacy at Broadmoor?
I'm just, Coach Hill, Coach Rusty Price. All my assistant coaches and teammates at Broadmoor. I feel like I let them down, and I don't know how it impacts my legacy. I'll
leave that for you to decide.
I'm just super disappointed right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go with that.
Okay. Yeah. No. But nobody would ask that question really. Like if you ask me like a real question, I could give you like the cliched answer.
I've had some stupid reporters ask me some stupid questions.
You know what? This stupid reporter asked you questions 13 years ago in your first ever appearance on AFR.
Give it to me.
You're going to hear some of that after the break.
AFR.
AFR is brought to you by Rouse's. Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. You know what time it is?
What time is it?
Crawfish time. How about that? Get on by Rouse's and get your crawfish. You want crawfish for dinner tonight?
I like crawfish. Mm-hmm.
How about you go to Rouse's? There's a Rouse's right there in Burbank, Theriot. Go right into Rouse's on your way home. Go in the door. Go to the left. You'll see the seafood section. They've got the hot and boiled kiosks. They've got the boiled crawfish already bagged, price tagged, ready to go. Grab it. Head on out. Get you some crawfish for the Terrios tonight. I know y'all eat out every night of the week.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you cooked a meal?
Actually, we cooked. Well, last night I cooked. Well, I'm on a diet, so we're trying to change our ways.
Got it. But you know what you can do?
I did go to Rouse's to get my chicken breast last night.
Chicken breasts, salads. They have meals ready to go, man. Grab and go over at Rouse's. Rouse's. This feels like home.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman. With Timothy Wayne. Plus two-time PBR World Champion Chris Shivers. And Brinson James, the entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th. Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. The #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
The best-kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
All right, let's say ah.
Ah.
After Further Review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
All right, LSU's up 10-0 on Western Michigan there in the bottom of the 8th. A lot of defensive replacements. They've sort of emptied the bench out there. So a good season opener here for the Tigers. Game 2 will be tomorrow at 1:30. All right, it's After Further Review. Today is I'll say it. Today's a special day. Today, February the 17th, is when After Further Review debuted. So it was February 17th of 2010, meaning today, AFR is a teenager.
That is a special day.
13 years they've been letting me come in this building and do this show, which is a lot of years. Mm-hmm. It's been the majority of my professional life, obviously. And I'm always a little blown away sometimes when I stop and think that they actually pay me to talk about like LSU and the Saints and stuff. And, been able to do this for as long as I have. So it's been very cool. So we started a couple of weeks ago doing on Fridays something we call deep cuts, where we will go deep into the archives. Because as Moose has learned, I've saved everything.
Literally.
I mean, test this. Just go into my Mad M folder. You just open it and click. Just do it. Are you in it?
Yeah.
Okay. Scroll. Just go like 2/3 of the way down. Just scroll, just like a random scroll, and find the oldest thing that you see on the screen. Because every interview or anything would be dated. Like, what do you see? Something random.
See an interview here with Alan Belcher from September 27th, 2011.
Wait, but just open it real quick. Just open it.
Hold on.
All right, so Alan Belcher, September of 2011. All right.
Yeah.
Let me hear something.
Just like...
Yeah, just hold it. Just hold it.
Thought he had a little trouble early in the game, not in a really good rhythm. But, and if you listen to the rest of the prediction, Matt, I told you they'd turn it over 3 or 4 times, and that's exactly what happened. And when you turn it over that many times, LSU's going to capitalize. You got short field. And, sure, disappointing, 533 yards, but I believe it was kind of more of the let's bend but don't break type philosophy.
Do you concede the yardage, understanding they only gave up 21 points, or is there a greater underlying issue there with this defense?
Who is that? Thank you. Yeah, so that was me in 2011.
What happened?
That's 12 years ago, man.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I was 29 years old. I'm 40 now. I mean, yeah, your voice changes. Maybe it was the microphone. Oh, man, I'm a 40. Maybe it was the microphone. I don't know. So anyway, proof like. But you know what did happen, Muse? You know what happened a couple of years ago? Because that folder, the shared drive that we have here, gets very full.
Yeah.
And I'm mostly to blame because in a talk format, when you save everything over 13 years, it takes up a lot of space. I did have to go through and delete a lot a couple of years back. Shout out to my guy, Ben Love, but I think several hundred interviews with Ben Love got deleted. You just had to say, okay, what are we going to purge here? I think a lot of Panamsky in the very beginning of this show, Derek was our recruiting guy, and Derek would come on like every Wednesday and do a recruiting segment with us. I think all those got wiped. But I've kept basically everything. You can go back and find like live reads I did in 2010 and 2011. It's wild. So the first time ever that our friend Mr. The Riot came on the show here was when he was still in his playing days. And Muse, you went and dug that up, so set it up for us, please.
I did. So this was June the 14th, 2010. Ryan, you said you were sitting in a parking lot, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It might have been it because, he's an off day, and it was the end of the season. The other one we found was from November.
Wait, June 14th? You looked up the schedule?
Well, no, June, they're playing baseball in June. If he had an off day.
Oh, if he had an off day.
That's what I'm saying. So he very well could have remembered where he did the interview and whatnot because the other one we found was from November.
I remember pulling over.
So wait, you're with the Cubs still?
Yeah.
Because you didn't get traded till the next year, 2011. Or no, 2010.
I got traded in 2010.
2010 is when you got. So June, were you already with the Dodgers?
No, I got traded at the trade deadline, so, end of July.
So this was right
at the end.
Right, hang on. I'm going to look up the Cubs schedule from 2010 to see when this would have been. All right, so let's see. What did you say it was, Muse?
June 14th.
Right. It was an off day.
Was it an off day?
On the 13th. So you had a series against the White Sox that ended on the home series, and then the 14th was an off day, and then you played a home series against the A's starting on the 15th.
I'm telling you, I remember this.
So this was an off day. You don't remember anything about your playing career, but you remember doing this interview in a parking lot
I was in. I remember
was
it was a Dwayne Reed.
A Dwayne Reed, okay.
It was.
All right, you set it up for us.
All right, well, you kind of just started off with a kicker like you would normally do in an interview, and it happened to deal with Ryan Theriot bobblehead night.
I remember this.
June 17th, 2010, when the Cubs held Ryan Theriot bobblehead day. Please tell me you have a bobblehead prominently displayed somewhere.
Oh man, yeah, we got bobblehead day coming up. Maybe in I think a day or two, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, the 17th, man. I got to find a way to swipe one somehow.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the bobblehead?
I've seen it. Doesn't have camo. Did I see that right?
It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's great. It's camo. I'm in a boat with a fishing hat, with a fishing pole. It's unbelievable. It's awesome.
How stupid are we?
We're sound like babies.
Yeah. And I was actually the funny part about it now is is
that a real laugh for you?
No, definitely a fake laugh.
That
was definitely fake. I definitely didn't think that was funny because that wasn't funny. I was probably just trying to disarm you a little bit, to make you think it was fun, and because at that point we
didn't know each other.
Yeah, well, I mean we weren't friends. I mean it was just you were the guy who played at LSU, and I was the guy doing the show, and you knew Erica, and so you were just doing the interview as a favor to her.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely. That was. Oh yeah, there's the bobblehead. Which, by the way, you do have extras of these because you gave one to Drew.
Yeah.
So Drew, and then he destroyed it. Well, he pulled your head off. Yeah. So we have since glued the head back on.
I've got some. Yeah, I've got a box of them.
And it's on a shelf in his room where he can't get to it and destroy it. But yes, there it is in the juicy fruit boat with the fishing pole and
juicy
a hat.
Fruit because of Wrigley.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, okay. What else was in there, Muse?
Well, obviously June of 2010 would have meant it was 10-year anniversary time of the 2000 National Championship.
Oh, look at me! Look at me!
Yeah, and I mean our friend Mr. the Riot played a pretty big part in that game, and as we know, he remembers everything about his playing career. So you asked him about it.
You may not know this, but actually Thursday is the 10-year anniversary of you scoring the game-winning run against Stanford for the 2000 College World Series title.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's this Thursday. If you would, take us back there. Put us between your ears, through your eyes, and walk us through what that moment was for you with Brad Cressy at the plate.
That was a long time ago, man.
Come on, you can do it, Ryan. I know a lot of flash drinking attached to your leg, but I think you can do it.
There's been a lot that's happened between then and now. 3 kids and well, hard-fought game. We were down pretty much all game. We faced a great team. Stanford, we were down a couple really good pitchers that we were facing, and at last at bat, just really wanted to get on base and maybe make something happen. Blair had a wonderful bat there earlier on in the game, and Jeremy Whitten as well hit a homer to get us close. And
I clipped it. It went for like 2.5 minutes.
So he
cannot get over your voice.
He just rambled because he didn't actually remember
pretty much,
anything. Yeah.
He's just like, man, Brad had a tough World Series, which I mean, I guess that part was true. But he was due for. I just knew he was going to get a hit.
But I asked you to put us into your eyes at the game when it hit, and you didn't say anything about that.
No, he didn't.
No.
I can't get over your voice. That's unbelievable. Do another one.
Do you have anything else?
No, those are the 2 I clipped.
Well, you still have the full interview. You can look at the waveform. Yeah, you can look at the waveform and see what it is. All right, get something real quick.
Why are you talking like that?
Mold Zero USA, mold-0usa.com. Muse will find something else so we can laugh at my voice from 13 years ago. Mold-0usa.com. That's the website if you want to get to it. It's this patented non-toxic dry fog treatment. We've been talking about it for months and months and months. But look, you've seen this done. You've had this done. But the great thing about Mold Zero is it's non-invasive, or it's minimally invasive. You don't have to take furniture out of your home. You don't have to cut sheetrock. You're not pulling insulation out of the attic. Right. You leave your home or your office for a little while. They come in, they spray the fog, You let the fog dwell. As soon as it dissipates, you go back in, mold-free, odor-free. It's Mold Zero USA.
Or if you just want to sanitize a space, right?
That's a good point.
I mean, you want to kill any viruses or whatever may be in that space, or there's a smell you can't figure out what it is. I mean, you fog it, and it's gone. I mean, I've seen it happen. It's a really cool process.
Mold Zero USA, mold-0usa.com. All right, Muse, you want to make fun of me some more?
Sure. I actually kind of liked this question. It felt a little awkward kind of in the moment when you asked.
Oh, God. All right.
Well, I really, on the flip side, is a guy you play for, at least from a perception standpoint, in Lou Piniella. Your relationship with him has actually gotten a lot of pub lately. Him threatening to take away playing time if you didn't get on base more.
Yeah,
you you've heard about that once or twice, I'm sure, from the folks in Chicago. But that perception of Lou Piniella as a red-faced guy that likes to yell a lot. What's he like to play for?
Oh, he's good to play for. Lou's Lou.
It's like Manny being Manny.
Yeah, when you're winning games, everything's great. When teams start to struggle, you start to look around and say, okay, we got to fix this thing. We got to figure out what the heck's going on, And I think in my situation, I didn't walk very much, but like I tried to explain to Lewis, look, I'm better than the league in hits. I don't really care. It doesn't really matter how you're getting on base, as long as you're getting on base. And I'd rather get a hit than a walk any day of the week, because if you get a hit, you can drive somebody in or maybe hit a double. And it's just, just one of those things. And as far as Lou, from a managerial standpoint, incredible knowledge of the game, great player. And somebody that demands respect when he walks in a room.
All right, that's good.
I thought my answer was pretty good. I mean, I was on my game.
You were on your game.
Yeah, that was.
You sounded different too.
Yeah, I know I did. I sounded a little different, but man, that was good. I'm proud of myself. But I was practicing a lot, doing interviews every day. But were you were you sick maybe at that point in time, or just sucking on helium balloons before the interview? Like, why did you sound? If I didn't know that was you, honestly, I wouldn't know that was you.
It's 13 years ago, man.
Yeah, but people's voices don't change that much.
Yeah.
Something has happened.
Oh, of course you do. Went over 13 years? Absolutely.
So did you go through puberty between now and then?
From
Like, what are we doing?
29 to 40?
Did you hit puberty at 30,
That's not
32?
Puberty.
It is puberty. Your voice gets lower.
Go listen to any news person, like on TV. Go pull up something from their early career and their late career.
Bro,
you'll be surprised.
But you can at least, okay, I get it. And I'm not making fun.
You sound different.
Maybe, but I'm not making fun here. I'm just saying, if I didn't know that was you doing that interview, there's no way I would put you with that voice. No way.
All right, it's after further.
This is a fun segment, though. I want to do this.
Oh, we're going to keep doing it. We'll call it Deep Cuts. We'll go dig up stuff from yesteryear of AFR. Happy birthday to AFR. 13 years old today. Crazy. All right, it's after further review. We'll knock out our final break of the show. When we come back, we'll do a little Ask Ryan. Get your questions in. You can ask Theriot anything about anything. Ask Ryan next.
AFR.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Hi, I'm Brandon Landry, founder and CEO of Walker.
Hi, my name is Dr. Craig Green.
This is Ryan Theriot with HUDCORoofing.com.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. No matter how big your commercial roofing job, HUDCO can help.
My patients come to me because they trust that I can get the job done at a high level. Ryan Theriot and Richard Tilley have the same level of trust when it comes to roofing.
If you have a roofing issue, call HUDCO Roofing.
Give us a call, 364-1007, and we'll come to your house and give you a free inspection.
Saturday, February 25th, 7 p.m. The Bulls, Bands, and Barrels Tour at the Lamar Dixon Expo Center. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Edge of your seat excitement with bull riding, barrel racing, ultimate bullfighting. With a live performance by Bailey Zimmerman. With Timothy Wayne, plus two-time PBR world champion Chris Shivers, and Brinson James, the entertainer. Tickets and information at bullsbandsandbarrels.com. Saturday, February 25th, Lamar Dixon Expo Center at 7 p.m. Presented by Jerry Lane Chevrolet, the #1 Chevrolet dealer in Louisiana.
Women who suffer from cardiac arrest outside of a hospital are less likely than men to receive life-saving CPR from bystanders. This is especially true for Black and Latino women. Be the one in your family to help change this statistic by taking the American Heart Association's challenge to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love. You can make a difference when it matters most. Go to heart.org today to take the CPR challenge and save lives.
I had to leave my parents. I had to move schools. I don't know anyone here. Everything keeps changing. Why is this happening to me? I'm sure glad you're here.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust Poll of the Day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, anytime. Hunt Palmer. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the Poll of the Day via Twitter. After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar, ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria.
Down the stretch, we come final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Of course, Right Radio Hour, presented by ProCharge, ProChargeEV.com. I'm looking at you, car dealers. I'm looking at you. Saw all the Super Bowl ads, all the EVs. Guess what? Dealership's got to have chargers if you want to get your EV inventory. So who do you call? ProCharge.
Yeah.
ProChargeEV.com. What's the turnaround time? Car dealer calls you today. How quickly can ProCharge have an EV charger installed?
2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, we have inventory. Yeah.
2 days.
Inventory is here in Baton Rouge, which is remarkable. And you're normally 6 to 8 weeks, maybe more out on inventory. So it's quick.
And not just Baton Rouge. ProCharge will service
everybody. We're going everywhere. Absolutely.
All over the Gulf South.
All over the Gulf South. Yeah. Not just Louisiana. This is, Texas into,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mississippi.
Absolutely.
Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama. Mm-hmm. Georgia. Arkansas.
Sure. Why not?
Okay. ProCharge EV. ProChargeEV.com. Ricky Hinton asked Ryan. During the Right Radio Hour open, there's a clip of Ryan scoring the winning run for the Giants. You can clearly hear a guy yelling, "Yeah!" Is that Ryan himself cheering, winning the run?
Yes, that is me.
It is. I cut that like 10 years ago. It's there's the mic on the field mic right around home plate picked up Theriot going, "Yeah! Yeah!" And then you jog into the...
Mm-hmm.
Jacob Falcon said, ask Ryan, will you install mine personally, the charger?
Yeah, I'll come. I'm not going to actually, do it, but I'll be there. I'll help. Yeah, I can. Sure. Why not?
Danny Braywick sent this. It's a screenshot from Bobbleheads Galore of the Ryan Theriot Cubs bobblehead. $45.
Yeah.
Bro, $45 for a bobblehead, for your bobblehead? That's pretty good. I bet that's more than any of your baseball cards,
Oh,
right?
yeah, no doubt. It's limited edition. This is a collector's edition type thing. I'll autograph it for $150. I've got a few extras.
It, dude. Tyson Schmidt asked Ryan, if we can't get Josh Ennis back on the show, can you pull up some deep cuts next week of his best hits, please?
Man, he was good. He was a pearl.
Still is.
He's a pearl.
Ask Ryan, is Matt going to win his LSU baseball bet that he made while at the SC Championship game at the bar?
Maybe.
That said LSU goes to Omaha.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Good. All right, that's going to do it for us. Muse, Paulie, thanks so much. Y'all have an awesome weekend. I'm out next week. Muse is hosting. See you want to do. Peace.
AFR.
As we get on down the road, remind you about the aesthetic medicine and anti-aging clinics of Louisiana. Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge. Ambassador Caffrey in Lafayette. Online at theantiagingclinics.com. Theantiagingclinics.com. Quick reminder that all this month, even though Valentine's Day is past, all this month at the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana, their Valentine's specials are good. So that includes $100 off of lip filler. Remember a few years ago we did microneedling with PRP? Well, that technology has advanced even further. They have the latest technology in microneedling, and there's big-time discounts. Oh, look at you.
I'm going. Look at the date.
February 22nd
I got my appointment.
You're going to do microneedling?
I am.
Look at you.
You should come film it.
Well, I'm going to be in I'm going to be in Napa.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But you could film it.
Okay.
It's at the Aesthetic Medicine and Anti-Aging Clinics of Louisiana. Bluebonnet in Baton Rouge, Ambassador Caffrey in Lafayette, and online at theantiagingclinics.com.
You'll love the deals this month at Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Get 3.99% financing on new 23 Highlanders, and as always, you'll never pay over MSRP. So come on down to Happy Town. That's Corval Toyota in Opelousas. Happy Town, USA.
Louisiana. It's a place defined by culture, by pride, by passion, by people who do more than love this place. They celebrate it, elevate it, champion it. They are the individuals who embody what makes Louisiana great. The companies that make Louisiana a better place to work and live. The nonprofits leading transformational change in our communities. Champions of Louisiana are all around us, and LWCC is proud to celebrate them because we've always been Louisiana loyal, supporting the workers, the innovators, the change agents of this great place we call home. Who are the champions around you? Together, we can share their stories. Together, we can help our home state thrive. Together, we are Louisiana loyal. Always.